All right, back for another show. Think I'm gonna close my Give me a second. I'm gonna close this door because that alarm. See, I gotta reset it for the stop doing that. I don't know what's going on. All right, y'all. Yeah, I'm back for another one. Let me see what YouTube looking like, and then I start the show. All right, y'all. Yeah, got a new. I'm back. I took a little time off. Try to collect my thoughts because I was like really worn out. I was even worn out. I was like worn out then, but I was still trying to push through it. But you know, I'm gonna make this work. You know, a lot of y'all. Thanks for the support to the people that donated to my mother memorial and burial because I hate saying memorial because it look like I'm put you trying to put a statue up on off the money. No, um, you know, her repast. You know, the family came together. We had a repast and everything. So I appreciate everything that everybody did. I appreciate y'all. You know, even if you didn't contribute, you know, the checking in and the kind words and the respect that you showed for my mother and me, that that's more than enough. That's more than enough. And shout out to Aaron and Leafy for checking in the most. And Aaron holding it down for me, helping me, when I would start falling apart, like falling asleep, being tired from, sometimes I wouldn't even get sleep. But appreciate everybody in the community. Like I say, this is not post show, this is our show. And I want this show to be a success. And the whole thing for this show is for everybody to have a say in what a boxing video game should be. And my thing is, and this I gotta say it, I don't want any YouTubers coming on here or people that's not really fans of boxing coming on the show saying what boxing should be or what it no. You want a boxing game because you want boxing to portray what boxing is, what boxing always was. Not what you think it should be. Not that Zuffa crap. Not what Zuffa is trying to do for boxing. That's not what I'm supporting. Would I support? Would I talk about a Zuffa game? Yes. But do I agree with what Zuffa is? No, not at all. Not at all. I don't want boxing to be what MMA is, what UFC is. They're two different sports. They're two different things. Let them do what they do. Boxing existed this long. Boxing existed this long. UFC is still an infant. UFC is still an infant. MMA is not an infant. MMA is not an infant because of the martial arts that's in it. The martial arts in MMA has thousands of years. Thousands of years. But my thing is, stop trying to come on here and force boxing to be what MMA is, or UFC is, or what you think boxing should be. And this one of my key words that I like to say. But with options You can craft it the way you want to. That's what options is for, which we don't get in games anymore. They try to force something on fans. They try to force fans to play a certain way. Me, I think a boxing game or a sports game, the default should be as realistic as possible. And then you have options to play arcade, hybrid, or you could critique the game the way you wanted to. And to me, that makes money. That's how companies make money. That's what I'm like. These companies are the people on there. They should be fired. Who's coming up with these concepts and ideas? Because if you give players options, you're getting more players playing the game. And again, here go another thing. They keep saying, well, we make most of our money from online. Got to bring this up again. I'm going to talk about it in every show. Don't them same characters that you buy for online play is the same characters you play offline? So you're making money for offline and online. So stop with that nonsense. Stop with the nonsense. Peace, peace, and salute to Lamont Davis. Appreciate you, man, coming through. Yeah, I took some time off. I had to get my mind together and get myself together, man. I was like breaking down slowly, and I'm still trying to repair myself. I haven't even got I didn't even get my household fully together. You know, my family want to come over here and start going through stuff, and me, I'm like, I forget what you call it, but when people come and they mess with stuff like, you know, some autistic people, no disrespect to the autistic people, because I got autistic people in my family, but people that's autistic or they're like Raymond, like if you mess up something that they have, it's like everything in my life, I kind of structure it a certain way, and I don't like for nobody to touch it. That's why I guess another reason why I'm a loner, even though I got a lot of friends, I don't like if people come on my house, I'm monitoring everything. The person might not be a thief or anything, but I don't want nobody to touch stuff. That's how I was from a child. Like if I have toys or stuff like that, and people start rearranging stuff the way they want to, that stuff bothers me. I hate for people to restructure stuff. I don't even like people going in my kitchen. Nah, son. What you need out the kitchen, I'll get it for you. I don't like nothing. If you use my bathroom, I'm going behind you to see, did you touch anything? Because I don't want nobody touching nothing. You know, I know a lot of people say, you over the top. No, I'm taking care. I'm making sure that I cover all my bases. If something is wrong in my house, I know what's missing. I come in my house, I look and make sure things are still in order, which I shouldn't be saying out loud, because if somebody want to give me, they watch the show. Oh, okay. Now I know what I could do. No, I'm just playing. But yeah, salute to everybody, man. I appreciate y'all, man. You know, Leafy was checking in on me, and you know, a couple other guys was checking on. Appreciate y'all. Appreciate y'all, man. You know, I know this is an early show, but I said, Dad, I ain't been on for about a week. So let me get on here early, hop on here early. And shout out to the Beast. I know you call me and stuff, but Beast, sometimes your mouth, you're a lot to digest, and I'm going through something. You're a lot to digest, Beast, and I'm going. You know, I'm still going through with my mother, because you go from 1 to 10 real quick, and like I say, everybody hurt is not everybody hurt. The way I feel is not what somebody else feel, because somebody could take Somebody could take the death of somebody different from the way I take the death of somebody. And they're trying to tell you how you should handle it. No, you can't tell me how to handle it because we're not the same person. You're not going through the same experience. Your experience, because some people, they really didn't have a good experience with their parents or their brother or their sister. But my experience is different. So you can't tell me, hey, well, this is how you should handle it. Nah, man, you can't tell me how to handle certain things because I see how you see how people handle other people. What's up, Aaron?
What's good, Poe?
I know you was like, man, Poe messed up my system, man. I was getting a break, man, when Poe was on here.
App.
I was telling my wife, I said, I know Aaron like, yo, where Poe at, man? Yo, I need a break.
Nah, you're all good. I figured something was going on and it was important. That's why you weren't doing the podcast. So I just didn't want to disturb you.
Yeah.
So I figured that you would come on whenever you were ready.
Yeah. I had to take a little break. Every day I was like looking at it. I was like, I said, I should do a show. Then I said, nah, I gotta get myself together. Me falling asleep and stuff like that, nah, that ain't good. And that
you need your rest.
Yeah, that shows that I was worn out. So I got my rest. My wife took me to the Atlantic City, and you know that was good. And I spent some time with her. We don't really spend time like that because she live in one place and I live in another place. So that was good. I say, oh, that looks good. We spending time together.
That's always good.
Yeah. So I was like, yeah. Then talk to my son sometime. We're talking to him. I was trying to make sure he get himself together. My wife saying he losing weight. I don't look like he losing weight to me. That joke a little like that joke a little like I see mothers, they always make things different from what a father look at it. Like that joke ain't losing the weight. Nah, you don't see it. Where you see lost weight that he lost no weight.
Sometimes it'd be like that.
Yeah.
The fathers are the ones with the real eyes, I think. Like they'll see you for what it is. The mothers will see you for what their love is.
Yeah, exactly.
Like the dad, he's always gonna love, he's always gonna be there, and he's always gonna do his best to support and do what he can to help. But the mom is always gonna be the more sentimental, that sensitive side, like that sweet type of love type of thing, and they're not always gonna see it in the best perspective, just because they're gonna look at it, that's their baby, so they're gonna look at it with rose-colored eyes and stuff like that. A dad will see it for what it is.
Dad, I got a full house here today. What's up, I'm Precisely? Salute, Box Eye View. What's up, Norton Block Solo? Appreciate everybody that came through, man. Appreciate y'all, man. Let me see. Yeah. See, man, where Crooks at, man? Where Crooks at, man? He clickbait me us again.
How did he clickbait?
You don't think that was clickbait? With the news, the new news from for Undisputed.
How did he clickbait with that? I didn't see it. I don't think I saw the video.
Yeah, he was like, what he said? He said, yeah, it's gonna be on. He said, I got 2 announcements about Undisputed.
Oh.
I said, Crooks, you really did that, man. You did that to me, man. I was like, because I thought Box Fanatical came out and told something, or somebody said something to him. And I said, I'm pretty sure we already knew that's what was going to be in the game. What's up,
but
Crooks?
that's a
Yeah,
big dub for Crooks because a lot of us have been advocating that still Sydney need to reach out to him and talk to him and get him
definitely.
on board with some kind of way because he speaks a lot for the community, so it would be good if they reached out to Crooks.
Oh,
So
definitely.
that's a big dub for the community and it's a big dub for Crooks in all honesty.
Yeah. No, I was like, I'm sick. I thought, oh, I took time off, and I'm coming back to some juicy news, and then I clicked on it. I said, Crooks, man, you got me too excited because all these events just happened back to back, and that was crazy. I was like, hold up, they had this event, like I think three major events happened back to back for video games. And I thought we was about to get something. And then I said, oh, I said, Crooks heard something. Then I clicked on, I said, I was underwhelmed. I was underwhelmed because I thought it was like something major, but any news is better than no news, and no disrespect.
Well, if we're talking about something that is news, when it comes to the forefront, that Mike Straw interview I heard was a nothing burger.
Oh man.
Yeah.
Oh man.
I saw somebody in the chat had paid for the premium subscription on for Insider Gaming, and they were saying basically like there's not really a lot of context when it comes to like Undisputed 2. It's kind of more rehashing like the things of what happened with Undisputed 1, went wrong, what exactly did they learn from this experience, what are they doing in ways to make sure that they don't replicate the same experience with Undisputed 1 and Undisputed 2. And then essentially like that's really what it is. Like I don't think that they heard anything as far as like a timeline, like a date of when to expect Undisputed 2. I don't think that they heard anything when it comes to like actual news that's gonna be like, oh, okay, well that's we can expect it around this time then. Like it's kind of just like a nothing burger interview.
Dad, Mike Straw did it again. I knew Mike Straw was it was a hustle move because he threw it behind that paywall. I said, yo, Mike Straw is being slick about something. I said, it probably ain't nothing. And I kind of figured that's what we was gonna get. Cause I was gonna buy it. I said, I'm gonna wait till Tuesday. I probably buy it. If nobody gonna say nothing, I probably, buy it and see what's going on. So I got something to talk about. But
yeah,
I guess it ain't nothing to really talk about, huh?
I mean, I'll still watch it just to confirm everything because I haven't watched it for myself. I've just heard it from other people that it's really not much to, like when it comes to like an interview, like the expectation that you were hoping was going to be met in that interview. It really didn't concise because it's the problem with a lot of these interviews, and it's nobody's job to just basically absolutely, ridicule a person, but like you gotta really ask the right questions when it comes to these interviews because you can't be asking like these, oh, well, we're friends and we're probably gonna get a bite out later to eat later today or something like that. Like after this interview, we're best friends and stuff like that. Like if you're gonna do that in any kind of interview like that, then you're not doing a genuine, authentic interview. And then more people that you could eventually end up getting as subscribers or people who follow you and stuff like that, you're basically losing out on the opportunity to gain another core or audience and stuff like that. Doing these soft interviews, like you can't do these soft interviews and then expect like people to be like, oh, he did everything we asked. No, you're not even asking the hard hitting questions, like the necessary questions that us. So then, of course, when it comes to a certain audience and stuff like that, they're going to be like, well, I'm never going to look at this guy for interviews because he asks basically softball questions. I'm not getting nothing out of this. And then he also puts it behind a paywall. Oh, hell no.
Yeah. And my thing is, see, that's why companies they get nervous when I ask them for interviews and stuff, because especially with Brizzle, he said, man, it's gonna be hard for you to get interviews, especially if people seeing your past interviews. I ask questions that people want. My thing is, I don't care about the company like pulling me in or not. My thing is, I want to get my questions answered. I want to know what to expect. My thing is, I don't care about your feelings and stuff like that. I care about the product that I'm getting. I look at things as a businessman myself. You know, because a lot of people are like, Paul, you know, people be trying to explain business to me. I had a successful business at one time. My thing is that when certain things happen that got it, when you got a business partner that's an entertainer and he's messing up what you were doing, then you be like, hey, I'd rather not have the business than let somebody else control my business. But I had a successful business. So when people be telling me how to run a business, that's how my business kind of almost folded. Let me see. I don't know. My thing kind of frozen up. I hope I didn't freeze up. Aaron, you can hear me?
Yeah, I can still hear you.
But it won't let me. I'm trying to pull Crooks in, but it won't let me click on this tab for some strange reason. Crooks, what did you do to my computer to make it not want me to click on this tab? I'm stuck on my YouTube. Oh, there we go.
You got it?
Yeah. Yeah, I got to give y'all access so y'all can just pop in and pop out when y'all want to. I thought y'all could, because some people do it. I was like, how y'all pop in and pop out? I ain't even. Or y'all subscribe to something? Because
your mic is muted. Yeah, your mic is muted. I can't hear you.
What's going on here?
There you go. I can hear you now.
You still get me?
Yeah, I can hear you now.
Oh, okay. What's going on? Crooks, what's up? Crooks probably got to go in and come back out because I can't hear him if he's saying something. Yeah, but my thing is like with these companies, I don't have time to love them up and everything, because my thing is we're not gonna get what we want if we don't. Because a lot of companies like you to be honest. That's what Brizzle them used to love about me. I was honest and I wasn't trying to like, hey, I'm gonna say this because if I say the right things, they're gonna bring me on board. That ain't that. They think they were grooming me to be a developer. Yeah, they was grooming me to be a developer, but I was like, let me see, hold up. What's going on? Let me see. All right, there you go. So, Crooks. I don't know what's going on now. Aaron, you still there? You muted and Crooks. Yo, what's going on? Both of y'all disappeared. Hey, what's going on?
Yo.
Okay, I hear you now.
All right, yo, what's going on? What's going on?
Not much. You didn't do the watch. You didn't read the Mike I mean, well, not read it, but listen to the Mike Straw interview yet?
Nah. I tried to sign up because I thought it was for the regular premium. Because they have two options on there. It's premium and premium plus.
Yeah.
So I accidentally signed up for the premium, and that
Oh,
shit. I tried to go and up it to the premium plus, but it's not eligible to do it until next month. So the interview drops later on this week,
yeah,
for free. So I'll just have to wait until then.
yeah, yeah. Aram, you still here or your mic muted? But Aram saying that it wasn't
Is it nothing
really
burger?
yeah nothing burger.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I have to watch it, or yeah, I'd have to watch it and listen to it to really see what's going on.
Yeah,
I literally haven't been doing much content creating in the last couple of days. I literally just moved into my new place,
uh,
so
If you drop
take a
it,
break.
3.
I'll put my son's
now I
like,
know why Aram muted his mic.
mm-hmm.
Yeah, yeah. So the news is with them. There's not going to be a pride in the undisputed. I mean, in the UFC 6, or people
Not
talking
that they
about.
can confirm. Not that they
Oh,
haven't confirmed it yet.
oh, okay. Yeah, because that was a big thing with some of the people that's boxing fans. They was like, at least if we had a pride, I'd play it. But I don't know. Probably still have stand up and bang though. That's like they gotta have something like that to stand up and bang. Yeah.
Yeah, I was surprised to see you put out an article for UFC.
Yeah. I had to debunk that because, like people be saying stuff, and I'm like, that's not true. What's going on in this not true. Even though I'm not in the gaming industry, I know about the gaming industry from being, helping EA and stuff or talking to people, and that even they was like, that stuff not true. The way they saying it, that's not true. In this day and age, anything that in the way the game developers is now, anything that people want can be added. And then they keep saying, well, it's going to take us a longer period of time to put more clinching in. I was like, that don't make no sense. That EA is a mega house studio. You got over 10,000 developers. And with the UFC game, I think they got over 1,000 developers or five. It's between 500 to 1,000 developers. So for you to say it's going to take us a longer period of time to put in the clinching, that's not what they're doing. What they're doing is they're holding off on certain things so they have something to add later. They're not going to add everything. Hey, we're going to give them everything now. What we going to give them later? If we give them everything right now. And that's what happened with Undisputed. They were saying, why are you giving them everything right now? Because that's what Ash wanted, everything in the game. And the team was telling Ash, stop trying to put everything that everybody want in the game now. It's because you're not going to have anything to give them later. And I disagree with that.
Supply and demand, pretty much.
Yeah.
Yeah, which makes sense. I mean, but the way that I took it, being in the UFC franchise for so long and playing the games, is they've normally tried to do what you just said that they would do. They try to give everybody what they want, but what ends up happening is they don't give each individual mechanic the amount of time it needs. So then it comes out and it's broken. Like it needs major repairs in certain areas, and then they're scrambling trying to fix it. And I think this go around they really didn't want to have to deal with something that was like that. So, I mean, although things obviously I would
It
want
sound like that, but that's not what it is. Because I'm not guessing. That's what I'm telling you. I'm not guessing. It sounds good saying it that way, but that's not what is going on. They don't want to put that time in to give us that. Hey, If we give it to them, what are we going to give them next time? And they're going to end up taking something out. This is what EA always do. They're going to take something out of the game and say it's broken and it's really not. So they got something to re-add later.
No, and I mean, I get that. I get that theory, and it makes sense. It lines up with what's going on. But it's like I always tell people, two things can be true. Just because what you're saying, could be happening, doesn't mean that what I'm saying isn't happening either. So it could go both ways. Both things could be right. They didn't want to rush a new mechanic into the game and have it be broken. But at the same time, it's going to benefit them in the long run because it'll be something new. So both of those things could be true.
Yeah.
And they more than likely are, right? I know the side from EA, from UFC, and that's the truth. I might not necessarily know what Steel City's plans are because they're a newer company, but yeah, EA does do that. They'll add new things in to give you a new feature to kind of be a selling point for you. But if I'm for one, I don't mind the grappling system. The clinch is annoying because it's hard to really slip it and really stop people from abusing it in terms of just walking forward at you trying to initiate clinches. But I mean, I'm on the flip side, I'm really happy that they gave the striking the amount of time and the amount of effort that they did, because it's going to be way different than UFC 5, and more realistic than UFC 5 in terms of pacing and stuff like that, which and ranges, which is going to be nice.
Yeah,
they should. I can praise the amount of progression that they've done with the striking and stuff like that, because it really is an overhaul from what I've seen. But they definitely should have added like a clinch denial as well. Like there are certain things that could have been added as well that maybe might have not taken as much time. Even if they did decide to overhaul the striking lane as they've done, I think that they could have done like something where they added like some type of clinch denial. Because there's a lot like right now what I'm seeing. Because like I'm sorry, Undisputed 1 is done for me. I just can't go back to it, and it's not because UFC 5 is good, and it's not because I prefer MMA. It's just a matter of Undisputed 1 is not what I would want a boxing game to represent boxing. That's not what I would want as like as a fall off game. Like that's not what I would want to base my whole gameplay on and stuff like that when it comes to what I prefer. But like when it comes to like UFC and stuff like that, like UFC 5, there's a thing where people, if they know that you're better than them in the striking aspect, obviously they're going to resort to other things and methods. Like they'll try to see where you're at. Like they'll try to see like, okay, well, is this a Smurf account, or if this is this a person who plays this game like constantly and stuff like that, or are they just like actually a newbie who's pretty sound when it comes to the game mechanically? And so they'll try to test you out. Like they'll see where you're at when it comes to the striking and stuff like that. If they know that you're better than them in the striking aspect, they'll try to clinch you, and they'll consistently clinch you because there's no denial for it. And like it doesn't matter if there's not a lot of repercussions even whenever there is a missed attempt, unless you strike them at that moment in time when they're trying to clinch you, which straight is also a punch that allows a clinch to be denied. But you're not going to constantly throw that straight because of the bad amount of input lag. And because whenever I'm fighting clinch spammers and stuff like that, when their clinch is not working because I keep trying to throw the straight and stuff like that, it's just hard to do constantly because of the amount of input lag in the straight. So then those try to take you down. So I think that just like obviously you have something to stop takedowns and stuff like that, or pre-deny takedown attempts and stuff like that, you should also have things like that for the clinch aspect. And I know people are mad and stuff like that about the fact that there's not overhaul when it comes to the clinch in grappling system in ground game, but they're probably going to end up doing that for the next iteration of the series, or within depending on the life cycle of UFC 6, they'll probably end up doing it like sometime next year, where they implement like uh, a real ground game. But it's not going to be nothing major. It's just something to hold over until UFC 7.
Yeah, I don't think they're gonna really add too much into it, because for one, it slows down the pace, and then they keep talking about balance. They don't want one character because they talked about this fighter that he has a lot of move sets, that he does a lot of things. So there's like it could be like overwhelming to some people, or his style might always, when certain character style might always be too effective. But my thing is, that's what people gotta think for. They don't want it to be a thinking part in the game. Because certain box fighters, like, even if, like, let's say I'm a casual gamer and say I'm gonna play the UFC. It's just like a boxer going to a UFC match. The person he gonna clinch me. He's gonna grapple me. He ain't gonna sit there and box me, because that's not his wheelhouse. He said, "Hey, I could grapple better than I could box, so I'm gonna grapple." So that's why they talking about. That's what I hear when I hear balance. That's why they're not too key on hurry up and putting balance in the. I mean, putting grappling in the game.
Yeah,
Well,
and I'm not, and to agree with what you're saying, Poe. Some people, at least in MMA, obviously not in boxing, because you don't have to worry about takedowns and stuff like that.
Yeah,
But I mean, in MMA, there's a lot of MMA fighters that end up being good strikers because their grappling is so elite.
yeah,
Like there's been multiple, like GSP, right? GSP, he was probably one of the most well-rounded MMA fighters you're gonna see, right? But he was good. A lot of his strikes were set up off of the threat of him getting a takedown. And I mean, like, one of the more popular fights, obviously, is the Khabib versus Conor McGregor fight, right? And Conor got hit with a heavy right hand, and he only got hit with that heavy right hand because Khabib's known as a takedown artist. Like, if he takes you down, more than likely you basically lost the round, because he's gonna keep you down there. And so he feinted a takedown and threw an overhand right off the feint, and it damn near, if it wasn't Conor, it would have knocked anybody else out. So I agree with you that some people don't want to have to think, but in UFC 6, you're going to have to. You're going to have to know how to manage the ranges and get a good feel of distance management and range management based off of the individual fighter that you're using. Because if you don't, and you try to just go in and mash buttons and stuff like that, you're gonna get easily countered and knocked out. So and for as far as it goes with the clinch, I don't have any issues with there not being a clinch denial per se. I would like to see one, but they don't have enough options for the defensive fighter out of the clinch. Like, in real life, if somebody clinches you, there's been multiple examples of it. In real life, if somebody clinches you, you aren't just gonna be completely defensive. Like, you have offensive measures that you can do. You can rip to the body. You can you can use you can use clinch throws. You can use clinch takedowns, or something like that. Where in the game right now, if somebody clinches you, your only option is pretty much to be defensive. Um, so that's my issue with it, is it's not balanced. It's heavily favored towards the person who initiates the clinch, and it's irritating as hell.
Do you think a person, like, let's say somebody that's great at that's clinching, and the person that doesn't, they're not great at defending against it. Do you think that person that could clinch good he should dominate that person that's not good at clinching, or you think it should be balanced?
No,
That's
I
realistic.
agree. I agree with what you're saying. With if somebody's really good, if somebody is really good in real life in the clinch, they should
Mhm.
have an advantage against somebody who's not good in the clinch.
Yeah.
But at the same time, the tools need to be there for somebody to
Change.
work themselves out of that position.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And that's really, it's like it's like in training camp for boxing, right? If you know somebody has a good jab or a good right hand, you're gonna you're gonna work in your training camp to work to take that away, to make them go with a different option. You know what I mean? You're gonna work to take away somebody's best strength going into a fight. So there's really not that option. Somebody can really pick Anderson Silva, who used to have amazing clinch knees and would sleep people in the clinch with knees.
Mhm.
There's nothing in the game to deter somebody from literally just walking forward at you trying to clinch you. Or like somebody like John Jones, who in UFC 6 is gonna have bone saw for his flow state, which makes his knees and elbows more powerful than they are normally. So it's a it's kind of a it's kind of a weird state for it to be in, but it's realistic, right? Like John Jones, if John Jones clinches you or hits you with a knee or an elbow, it's gonna hurt you. So it's just weird. It really is a weird place to be in.
Yeah. It's just hard for me that EA is saying all this stuff, and this is their sixth UFC game. I'm talking about in general, not far as the numbering, but I think this is their sixth game, and
Well, do you include EA
they should,
MMA?
to me, yeah, that's why I said six.
Yeah, it's their seventh. Their
I
seventh
would think
MMA
that
game.
they would be, yeah, seventh, yeah. So I would think that they should be way more advanced as far as with everything implemented in the game. But I think EA is going to constantly not give everybody everything, and they're going to say a million excuses why they didn't do it. This I know, because I had to call them on that. Because if it wasn't for me, boy, when we had Fight Night Champion and the Fight Night Round 4, we'd probably been able to only create 20 characters. They was gonna give us 20 characters to be able to create, and they wasn't gonna have what was that? They took the buttons out. I know a lot of y'all don't remember they took the buttons out, but they did it briefly. I said fans ain't gonna like that. They're gonna protest, and I said, you know what? I'm gonna lead it. I'm hoping it's EA, and I'm telling them I'm gonna lead the protest for there's not being any buttons. That right there is like, Poe, you serious? Yeah, I'm real serious. You ain't gonna force me to use no sticks. I like options. That's always been about options. Give people options. You sell more product when you have options. You got one thing, everybody's not gonna like it.
That the only reason I never used the punch stick in boxing games, and I only use buttons is because I mean, if you get stick drift, good luck, bro. Like
Yeah,
you're not gonna be able to throw what you want to
yeah,
throw. So good
yeah.
luck with that, and it's gonna wear your stick out
It
quicker,
do.
especially with what
It
controllers are
does.
made of now. It's
Yeah,
gonna be
it does.
crazy.
Like I don't think that there's really any kind of issue with people who use buttons over sticks. Like there's been this weird consensus around the community, especially people who played fight nights and stuff like that, where it's like they think that it takes more skill to use sticks than the buttons. And for me personally, I'm
Yeah,
just like, for one, buttons give you a clear indication of what punch you're going to throw.
yeah, yeah,
With the sticks, there's not consistency when it comes to that because I've used both. I've done a hybrid version of the controls where
yeah,
I've used the sticks for like a jab or like particularly a left hook and stuff like that. And and then others for buttons. But then it's like at the same time, there's no consistency when it comes to the joystick, because it's like in particular you could throw the right punch and it'll end up being something else like an uppercut or something like that for no reason. And for me, I like reliability, especially in a game where there is nothing that's consistent. I like to have something that I can have control of and everything like that. Because when it comes to like things like that, you control the controllables. If you can't control anything, you can control the controllables. And for me, I like buttons over sticks because buttons to me is consistent and it's reliable, and I don't have to worry about, oh, did I accidentally hit the uppercut? Or oh, I was trying to throw a jab. Why did the uppercut end up happening? So it's just one of those things where it's like there is no skill gap when it comes to sticks and stuff like that. And I understand why people would say that because it makes them feel better about themselves. But realistically, there's no real skill when it comes to the sticks, because if a person is really dedicated to learning sticks, anybody can really do that. And I'm not trying to downplay people who use sticks over buttons, but we've got to be honest. Like at a certain point in time, y'all just being toxic with the whole with certain narratives that y'all spew, it just be too much.
That's that gamer mentality, so-called gamer, elite gamer mentality. I'm like, come on, man. I said I box for real. You put on some gloves then. Trying to tell me how boxing should feel to me or look to me. Yo, what the heck? I know what punches supposed to come out, how they supposed to react. You throw punches with the stick, but you didn't know why you threw it. I do. I know why I'm throwing certain punches. So stop trying to make logic out of nothing.
I agree.
Because sticks are button. It shouldn't be a difference. Sticks, or it shouldn't be the leaders first. Stuff type of conversations and stuff.
Exactly. And I mean, like, it's cool to have your preference, and that's cool. That's what, at the end of the day, when it comes to a game, that's what everybody should have. They should have their preference, which I think is another thing when I think about your blog spot. That's another thing when it comes to controller options. Like when you talk about controller options and people being able to have the ability to have their own kind of control scheme of like how they want certain things to basically be configured to their own liking. I think everybody should have that option in 2026. Like we're in that day and age where literally you can do just about anything when it comes to a game. Like literally anything. Like the amount of progression that has happened when it comes to gaming development and the things that you're able to put into a game and make it more modernized, and the graphics and the quality of the game, and then all the things that you can add when it comes to elemental features and stuff like that, or there's no reasoning as to why you should not be able to give everybody basically the options to have their own kind of control scheme to their liking, because everybody should have that kind of feature. Like, as much as we're paying for games this day and age, I think that to make games equal out the value, because I think games nowadays are very overpriced, but to make them at least add more to the value, equaling it out and everything like that, you should give people the options to do what the heck they want when it comes to their own control modifications. Like Steam does. Steam gives you the options, which I don't know why, but recently they had taken out where you can put basically back pedals into a control scheme and do it to your liking. Because for me, I play Undisputed and most of my games on Steam, and Undisputed, I have the block button on my my back pedals, and then I have the faint button on where the block is which is R2. So I have that switched over just because for me, I feel like it's more convenient for the Feint to be at R2 like it typically is in combat sports games than it being basically on left on the D-pad. That's it don't make sense for a Feint to be conjoined to a D-pad. But if people like that, then they should have that option. But I don't like that, and I know a lot of other people in the community don't like that. So realistically, when it comes to Steam, like I'm all for putting my stuff like to my own setting and my own liking. Like I do it with all the games that I have options to do it for, like Ghost Recon, Rainbow Six Siege. Whenever I play that, sometimes like any game that I have a preference for, like I make sure that I have the control configured to my own liking. And I think all games should just naturally have that when it comes to their own settings, where you can do that too.
Yeah, I think because to me, it's just like trying to tell somebody how to box. Everybody's boxing style is not the same, and they're not going to throw your punches or your defense. Everybody's defense is not the same. So we should all be able to choose our preference of, the way we defend and our control scheme. I want to be able to map my punches out on my controller because that's the way I want to do. Because that's the way it's like me throwing my punches a certain way, or throwing, using a certain strategy. So people they always they have that gamer mentality too much.
Yeah, I agree. Like there's like I said before, there's just so much that you should be able to add when it comes to games and things like that. Like there's no reasoning as to why you can't add a control scheme into the settings for any game at that.
Beast, what's up?
What's going on, man? What's going on?
Not much.
What's up, Amos?
How's it going?
I wanted to chime in on your control scheme thing for boxing games, right? You say sports games, sports combat games. When boxing games started, MMA games wasn't all that popular, and they wasn't online like that. So the community for boxing games had already went through a trial and error stage through round 1, 2, and 3, and then round 4 and 5, which was took over by EA Canada. The first 3 was made by Kudo Sonoda. So the reason why they put the analog sticks in there because it made the punches look unrealistic with buttons. So people just constantly do uppercuts, uppercuts, uppercuts. That's why UFC has the uppercuts and the hooks on the bumpers. So you can't just keep spamming hooks, 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 uppercut, uppercut, uppercuts because they're the most powerful punches in boxing. An uppercut and a hook. Those are the 2 most powerful punches. So you can't really throw an uppercut like that fast and have power on it. But in a game, you can. So if you got a 100-bar meter bar and that uppercut, let's say, takes off 20, every time you hit somebody, it takes off 20 off of the health bar, then it'll be 80. And you keep hitting them and they keep draining it 20, 20, 20, 20. When in boxing, if you throw an uppercut, the second uppercut, if you throw it fast, boom, boom. It's the second one not going to be that hard if you do it that fast because you got to really get back in position to be able to generate that full body torque to throw that uppercut. That's why you go left, right, left, right, left, right, because it's the torque in the punches. But games don't take this in consideration. So you able to throw one-arm punches and still drain health from somebody, which makes the game unrealistic because you can't do that. That's why people be throwing double right hands in Undisputed. And then people be mixing up UFC. UFC got the lowest boxing IQ in boxing. A Golden Gloves would straight murder a UFC fighter in just boxing. He would murder him. Like in the ring, they would stop. He wouldn't even make it past the first round. Not with no Golden Gloves fighter that's young, 19 years old, 18 years old, Golden Glove. Shit, a 16-year-old Golden Gloves would beat the brakes off. And I have a lot of respect for MMA sports, but when it comes to the pugilistic art, they don't know what they're doing. People look at boxing and think it's so simple because you throw jab, uppercut, straight. They don't really know how technical boxing is. So that's why. But you can go to PlayStation 5 and go to your controller and set your controller however you want. So I don't understand why you saying that, because you can go on PlayStation and set the joystick however you want to set it.
Yeah, but I was saying that because a lot of people did complain about the control scheme, but I was like, everybody should be able to pick the way they wanted to do a control.
But they're cheat though, Poe. That's already been learned. That's why EA Sports gonna fuck around and make that game. Watch what I tell you. They're gonna make Dana White's boxing game. They're already setting it up. You could tell.
You think they're gonna make a Zuffa boxing game?
I already know they're gonna make it. Come on, bro. Come on. That's a no-brainer.
It makes sense, but I don't know.
Oh, they're gonna Poe. He got control of all the fighters. He ain't got to get no licensing and all that old kind of stuff. Come on, now Dana White got UFC 5 with EA Sports, and their game gonna be way better than Undisputed because EA Sports got way more experience at online gaming. I'm talking from online gaming, Paul. I'm not talking from offline. I'm talking about opponent, a human versus human. The stuff they be doing, like throwing it. Can you throw a jab to the head and throw a double right hand to the body? Can you do that, Paul? Is that possible?
No, unless the Joker bombed that.
A double right hand to the body with power on both shots.
Oh, no.
That means, but they do it all the time in the game. 1, 2, boom, 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 boom. They be doing it 4 times. Boom, 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 boom. See, they don't tell you this shit, Poe. They don't tell you all this cheesy ass shit that they be doing that's not even possible in boxing. They got one. They seen that a straight right hand to the body is more devastating than a straight right hand to the head. In the game right now.
Yeah. Yeah, if it's not effective, they're not going to do
it. They'll throw 4 of them. 4. Boom, 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 boom. Fast, nigga, like a jab. Like a flicker jab to the body. A right hand to the body. They throwing 6 and 5 of them. Boom, 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 boom. All type of unrealistic punch combinations. But long as they winning, they don't care. Hey man, do you watch boxing? No, I don't even really watch boxing like that. So that hurts me and you. Real boxing fans, but they keep making the game for casuals who don't even care about boxing, who gonna pick the same exact fighter every match.
Yeah. And it's bad on the boxing fan because now they're gonna say we don't need to have 300 boxers no more. We don't need to have 200 boxers anymore.
That's a fact.
That's a waste of our time because they're picking the same job.
Fact. Because you keep catering to casuals.
Yeah. But
that's why he's saying that, Poe. Lo and behold, that's why Aaron is saying that. He want to be able to do weird shit. That's why he wants the controller how he wants it. He want to be able to do some weird, crazy computer shit. I've been playing boxing games. They be coming up with some weird ass shit, bro. Poe, you don't play online. But they be making they man do all type of matrix ass fucking moves, bro.
The amount of times that I've seen your gameplay where you've thrown straight.
I tell you some gameplay you can watch me. I can tell you some gameplay you can watch me. Listen, cool. It's a fighting game, bro. It's not no boxing game. It's not no boxing game, bro. So listen. It's not no boxing game. But I bet you this. I bet you could put some boxing gloves on me for real. And I bet you couldn't get in the ring with me. I bet you that. I put my soul on that.
Good for you.
You put some gloves. Listen. When I make my first million, for the guys that think they know boxing, I'll challenge you to a real boxing match. And we'll see if I can throw a jab for real. We'll see if I jump in the southpaw stance and throw the right uppercut to the body from a runner. The game goes against, the game is for back foot fighters who watch animations and wait for the counter window to open. That's all it is, Poe. They run backwards, which is defense, and then they watch animations. They watch the animations to watch. So how am I supposed to beat that if I want a fight coming forward? How am I supposed to beat that? So I jump into the southpaw stance and I just try to eat their stamina to slow them down. So now they're starting to dart back or dash back. Now when they dash back, Now he still got the same speed, even though he's supposed to be gas and flat foot, he's still dashing. He's still dashing. You can't dash when you gas and ain't got no more legs. That's the whole point. You ain't got no legs, so how you dashing? They still throwing power shots. So how I'm supposed to beat if the game is designed for the back foot fighter? For the back foot fighter, 99% of the community of back foot fighters who watch animations and wait for the counter window. None of them fight in the mid-range. None of them fight in the inside. They're so terrified up in there. They're scared to lose. And this is what pisses me off about Steel City, because they always talking about fun. They quick to message you, oh, you suck, I beat your ass, you ain't shit. When they know this boxing game be getting under people's nerves and making people angry and making them mad and cursing and insulting other people, but you talking about this fun. No, it's competitive. The moment we start talking about technicality, they don't want technicality because all they care about is winning. All they give a fuck about is winning, bro. They don't give a fuck about the sport of boxing. Like, he trying to critique me, looking at my gameplay. I accept it's a fighting game.
Okay.
I accept it. But guess what? I can play Street Fighter too, big dog. Amorous. I can play Street Fighter. Can you play Street Fighter? I got Street Fighter right now.
No.
And we can go live and we can play.
That's not my type of game.
All right, cool. Cool. So that means you don't understand fighting games. Okay. I can play Mortal Kombat. I can play Tekken, Virtual Fighter, For Honor. I can play all of them. So you think I don't know the difference between what a boxing game is? And that was my sport. I didn't play basketball. I didn't play football.
Who said you don't know anything about a boxing game?
No, what I'm saying to you is you're trying to point out the fact that, oh, I turned to the southpaw and then use the uppercut to drain the nigga's stamina so I can slow the fucking back foot fighter down so I can attack him because I don't feel like playing the chess match or running and counterpunching, trying to out-counterpunch the other nigga. That shit is fucking tiring. I want to get in there and kill something. What is you talking about? So I don't be feeling like that sometimes. I can play the chess game, but I don't be wanting to sit up there. Oh, you throw. No, you punch. No, you punch. No, you punch. Nigga, I just want to get busy. And you can't get busy on the game. And when you could get busy, Poe, they complained about it so much. When that game dropped on PlayStation, you could get a nigga out of there. That's why they was complaining about it. That shit was fast and violent, Poe. That's why they complained. They couldn't hide. Now they can hide, run. Look what else he ain't talking about. They got the block button, right? You hold the block button, Poe. See how you keep talking about changing the configurations? Well, you can hold the block button and then hit the L2 and then make the block button jerk up and down and cause a glitch. So when somebody throw a punch, you're going to miss. All you got to do is glitch it. Glitch it. Click it real fast and you will miss the punch. Why are they not talking about that? That's true, Aramis? You ever seen that before?
No.
Or do you do it?
No.
You never seen nobody take the block button and go up and down, up and down, up and down, and then mess up the trajectory of the punch. You never seen that?
You mean talking about the blocking from the head to the body?
Yeah, when you can do it with buttons, you don't have to push up and down. You can just do it with the buttons and flick it and make it go real fast. You can make it do it real fast. And if it's Crawford, he got a 90-something block, you can't even penetrate the block. You see what I'm saying, Poe?
Yeah.
All type of computer shit, man.
But
they be computer boxing, bro.
Yeah, but let me say this.
Go ahead.
People keep picking out this. I did a couple of articles on this too. People keep picking out what is fun.
Facts.
And when some people listen to the word fun, they automatically attach that to arcade.
Mm-hmm.
It's different from different people. Because me, as a person that boxes, I used to have fun getting in the ring, knocking people out.
Right.
I used to have fun getting in there sparring. My sparring partners didn't like it. They're like, yo, man, you want to spar today? Yeah, come on, let's go. That's fun to me. Getting in the ring, that's fun to me. If I could box right now, getting in the ring, that's fun to me. I might.
But Poe, let me ask you a question.
They probably not my.
Poe, let me ask you a question. Let me point something out. That all that's bullshit, bro. Not what you saying, what the community saying about fun. It's fun as long as they winning.
But that's the thing that I be saying. When people say fun, they gotta.
But Poe, it's not fun at all, because it's gonna come a point in time when they're gonna lose. Then it's not fun. You see what I'm saying? You're going to lose. You're playing all type of people all over the world. You're not gonna beat everybody in the world. So are you saying it was fun when you lost?
Some people have fun when it was a fun fight.
What YouTuber you heard said he had fun losing?
About in the gaming aspect.
That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah, but
in the game, yes, I'm talking about in the gaming aspect. Yes,
yeah, but
most everybody in here that's in your chat is online gamers, bro. They're competitive gamers, bro.
I know, but I'm speaking. When I speak on this show, this for everybody. I'm not trying to centralize this, because this show is, like I say, my show is not for me to teach you how to box, because I might have an episode about that, but it's not for me. Everything for me to like.
I'm not even talking about that. I'm talking about the game.
No,
bro.
I'm saying in general. I'm saying in general that
but the game has to mimic the sport that we love. Don't you agree?
Yeah, but when we say mimic the sport, like if I got Teddy Atlas on here, right?
Yeah.
And I got Coach Anthony on here.
Yeah.
They're gonna have things similar, and they're gonna have things that's not similar.
What you mean? What you mean by that?
They have two different boxers.
See, you talking boxing now, but you talking boxing and boxing strategies. That's see, you don't play online gaming, so you don't understand. Like you don't, you don't. But that's true though, Poe. You got all different types. Eddie Futch had a different style.
Yeah,
but Poe, you coming from a boxing standpoint, them guys don't know that. They ain't trained up under. They haven't trained up under a trainer. They learning the shit. They just copying what they see other gamers do in the online gaming boxing world. What I'm saying is, when you play NBA 2K, man, you can't do unrealistic stuff. You can't double dribble. You can't take the ball and shoot from three with Shaq and go 10 for 10 with threes. You can't. You used to could do that in the 90s. You can't do that. That's what I'm saying. Punish them for not knowing the sport of boxing. That's what I'm pushing. Punish them.
Yeah, I agree.
And that's what ESBC Boxing Club was doing. If you listen to Ash, he said, if you don't take account to what your opponent is doing, you'll get punished. And he also said in the video that the game was too punishing for them. It was too hard for them. Ash said that too.
Yeah, that's where you could tell somebody made him change his mind about his perspective. Right. Yeah, I said that a couple of times. You could tell somebody changed the way that he was thinking, because that's not the game that he wanted. He wanted a strategic game. He wanted you to, and we can't forget, he wanted it to play some. He's like, you could play chess or you could play all. He said, if you know anything about boxing, you're about the boxer should be able to beat the casual. That's what he said. Yeah. And he said,
and it's backwards now. The casual will beat the boxer at this game, because the game does not work nothing like boxing.
Yeah, because he was like, you can
the most dominant shit on here is the power. Everybody got a power left uppercut, bro. Everybody, Poe.
Yeah,
this is the stuff they don't talk about.
Balance. That's the balance he's talking about. Everybody do the same thing. Ash.
That's Will. That's Will. We'll put that in there.
Yeah, but Ash, this the part we gotta say, hold up, Ash. You talking gangster, you gotta take control too.
Yeah. But he actually made a video about changing the power stuff. And then when the game came out, everybody know in boxing that it's the short punches that'll knock you out, the punches that you don't see, not no haymaker. He made haymakers dominant in this game because that's what he learned from EA.
Yeah. And everybody, they don't have some people could hit you with a haymaker, and it's just like Paulie Malignaggi hit you. But some people, when they throw their haymakers,
no, you ain't gonna hardly see nobody. You'll see that in what that dude got that fake boxing channel, Aiden Ross.
Yeah,
is it Aiden Ross or what white guy it is? He got a little boxing thing. You will see haymakers in there, but you won't see haymakers in the amateurs. You won't see it in the Olympics. You won't see that. You saw Zuffa boxing.
Yeah, I watched some of their fights.
That shit was. You tell me what class that is boxing? That's them class C fighters, ain't they, Poe?
Yep. It's all the it's the I call it the journeyman league.
That's a fact. That's a fact. But I bet you the casual will not be able to watch that boxing and be able to tell that them class C fighters, that shit was horrible.
And they're gonna say it was a good show because the guy was fighting like it was like a Rocky match.
That's a fact. That's a fact. That's a fact. You peep game, boy. You peep game.
Yeah.
You peep game.
That looked good because they keep showing that fight out of all the fights that was on that card. They keep showing that clip, and that say, "Hey, see, look, we're giving you action."
Guess what's gonna happen to him, Poe? Guess what's gonna happen to Dana? You know what's gonna happen, don't you?
No, tell me.
Somebody gonna get killed.
Oh yeah. Then they're gonna be like, "Oh, boxing was right after all." They're gonna say boxing was right after all.
Right, Poe. Somebody gonna get killed. Because having them kind of fights like that, when a person can be smiling in the ring after the fight and then go home and die.
Yup.
I done had my share of headaches after the amateurs. I done had my share of headaches in the hotel room, feel like my head about to fucking explode. But when you're in that fight, you don't feel none of that shit. So you go back to that hotel room and your ass got a concussion.
Shit, I don't feel. I had a fight where I fought this guy from Russia, and the Joker dropped me. First time being dropped in it was my second pro fight. And he dropped me. I ain't feel none of that. The second day, I was like, man, I laid in the bed. I said, man, what type of chunk is this? I said, Shannon ain't even hit me like this. Yo.
It went in the right spot. The wrong person.
When you ain't got the headgear on, it's a total different thing.
The total different story. That's what's gonna happen, Poe. Watch. And he gonna get out of boxing. Watch.
Yup.
Watch. Because boxers is dying, but we don't hear about all the deaths that's happening in boxing.
Yup, unless you really online. I've been saying, yo.
And paralyzed, and you know what I mean?
Yup. And he trying to change that Muhammad.
He gonna see though. He gonna see.
I don't
they changed it.
Really care. I think they're gonna push it through because they got Donald Trump on his side. Dana White got Donald Trump on his side. So
I mean, I'm telling you what's gonna happen. The boxing gonna happen to him. Because they like that Rocky slug 'em. It's exciting. I'm bringing the excitement back to boxing. They look bad. They look bad. Oh, I couldn't even watch it.
Yeah, they don't know what boxing. It's about having different styles, and you're able to beat those different styles.
That's a fact.
That's what boxing. You need a Shakur. You need a Devin Haney, but you need somebody that can beat them. I'm all right with them being undefeated. Now put somebody that
no, I'm not. As for that, now, Poe, Dana White, he bought that now. He gonna be trying to find fighters to beat them. Yeah. They gonna be able to duck now in that league. They not gonna be able to duck.
That's the part that I want to see. All right, you got him.
Yeah, you already know he's gonna do that because he bought violence. He bought that violence now.
Yeah.
He gonna be putting Devin Haney and Shakur against some competition, boy. Watch and see. He be trying to find people to beat them. And you gotta remember, they black, bro.
Yeah, but who do he got that
he be trying to find somebody to whoop him, bro?
Yeah.
He all in England getting fighters. There's so many tapped in talent in England. England got way more boxers than America.
Yeah. And my thing with
that's all they got. They got boxing and soccer. That's all they got. They got boxing and soccer.
Yeah, but one thing with Dana White, from a billionaire, he's not that bright because you should be tapping into the amateur circuit right now. Right now, you should.
You think that got something to do with him being bright?
I would.
Or being ignorant.
Yeah. Because I definitely, the amateur circuit, I would be getting them jokers immediately. I would have been like, yo, you see this guy? He's doing good.
Steel City should have been marketing their game to amateur tournaments.
Exactly. 100%. 100%. See, we thinking we want the same. They should be given a tournament. It should be like the Golden Gloves. Or
because they don't look at boxing like kindergarten, first grade, second grade, third grade, all the way through middle school, high school, and college. You get your degree, then you get a job. That's when you turn pro.
Yeah. Shoot.
That's why games say he 19 years old. They don't even start you off at 5 and 6 years old in video games because they don't think that is worth it. They start everybody off at 19, 18 years old. That is a terrible time to start boxing.
It is, because you can't even build up an amateur career. You can't even build an amateur career correctly.
That's how you know people don't take boxing serious, bro. They don't take that shit serious like that, bro.
Yeah, give me a second.
They think that we taking it too serious. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They think that we take it too serious.
Yes.
Until you go to one of them tournaments and you see somebody 5 and 6 years old fighting, 7 and 8 years old. Do you start seeing the talent develop over time? And you'll see how long it takes to throw a perfect jab, to throw a perfect left hook, to get your stance and all that stuff right, to be able to step right, move right. It don't take time. You can't learn all that. That's why Wilder looks so crazy. He started when he was 19.
Give me a second, please. Yeah.
Sure. I'm just keeping the people entertained by talking. AJ Patch, you want to chime in on anything while Pro handle his business?
Yeah, I'll probably.
Okay.
Yeah, the most I'll probably be.
Oh, he left out. Oh, Aaron is left out.
I can't give you the whole thing. I can give you $500.
And now UFC 6, you don't see no YouTubers asking any question about Undisputed. They got their game now.
I'm on my show. All right. And one thing, yeah. Yeah, what's up?
Do you hear any of the MMA guys?
I hear you. You said any of the MMA guys what? And then you cut.
You hear any of the MMA guys who you cool with telling you how the UFC, cover but UFC. There ain't been no boxing game for almost 11, 12 years. So what game they gonna follow? You know what I mean? So you don't hear them telling you how they took the Philly shell and put it in UFC 6. That Philly shell that's in UFC 6, that was in Undisputed, where you had openings over the shoulder with the right hook. You had openings. Now they talk about openings in the Philly shell on UFC 6. You don't hear none of the MMA players.
Yeah,
ESBC Boxing Club, put it in UFC 6, a lot of stuff, bro. They play games they know, and they not saying it, bro. It goes from they never wanted Undisputed to outdo UFC 6.
I kind of
been saying that.
Yeah, I kind of say that too.
You said that?
Yeah,
you didn't hear what JMMA said last time I was in your thing when I was in the comment section? He said, you might as well play UFC 6. Show the true colors there. They don't want Undisputed to be better. They was kind of jealous that our game looked better than theirs, bro. Y'all don't be believing me when I be telling y'all stuff. They didn't want our game to be better. They didn't want ESBC Boxing Club to be better than UFC 6. If you watch do you watch their channels? They be so passionate, just like me and you, Po. I just be sitting there shaking my head.
That's the part that get me upset because I said the passion is different. The passion is they go further when it comes to UFC.
Facts.
And that's
They
what I
go to
was
breaking
saying.
down how he kicked, how he turned, his mannerisms. He don't blink his eyes like that. He don't got fingernail polish on his fingers like that. They be going real. You feel me? But if we do it, oh, we too deep.
I'll be saying that, and they be
Marshall Mind went through a whole thing and learned how to code just to show how Alex Pereira actually throw his leg kicks and his punches. Alex Pereira does not throw his left hook like that. He doesn't do it like that. He doesn't kick like that. I'm like, and then you got Proxys breaking down his stuff to see when they know stuff, they get passionate about it.
Yeah, that's what I be saying. You can't get mad at me for being
when they come on here to boxing, they know they don't know. But instead of jumping behind the people and pushing us, because this is a completely different game, huh? When you passionate about your game, you passionate about your sport. When they come out, I'm getting it. I'm playing it. I'm definitely playing it because they damn near stole everything from ESBC Boxing Club and put it in UFC 6.
Yup. It's things I'm saying.
I play games, bro.
See, I look so familiar. Oh yeah, this
physics-based blocking.
What do you think about that Victorious Boxers video? Do it look fluid enough?
Well, they got a new Victorious Boxers video game?
Oh, you ain't see the video? I was trying to tell my son about it because I was looking at because they did like
they ain't got no new Victorious Boxers game.
Man. They had 3 shows that just came out. Like
they got a new Victorious Boxers video game.
They showed a preview of it. They did a preview, and it looked just so fluid.
Hold up, Pope.
Look it up.
You saying they got a Victorious Boxers supposed to come out?
I mean, Dad, my
I'm gonna look it up. You know damn well I'm gonna look that up.
No. I'm what's that? Is it?
Paul, back in the days, I paid $180 to get Victorious Boxers for the CD.
It's not Victorious Boxers. It's Virtual
the Japanese version.
Fighter. It's Virtual Fighter, not Victorious Boxers. I don't know why I said that.
Oh, Virtual Fighters. Oh yeah, I saw that. Yeah, I saw it. I saw it.
What you think about the graphics? I mean,
it kind of plays like Tekken. I wasn't all that impressed by it. It looks like Tekken. It looks a lot like Tekken. It just ain't got all the flashy colors and stuff, but it looks a lot like Tekken.
Yeah,
but Virtual Fighter is one of those games. It's more of a virtual. I play Virtual Fighter. No, Virtual Fighter is one of those games you can't look at it and tell. It's a feeling game. You'll feel the fight and adjust it. That's the type of game Virtual Fighter is. Virtual Fighter almost like Rainbow Six versus Call of Duty. You feel me?
Yeah.
Like all the complicated games, bro. I said this, Poe, and they got mad. Boxing video games is the sorriest gamers in gaming, bro. They suck, bro. I'm telling you, they fucking suck. Most of them. They shield in front of them and run around and throw 2 or 3 punches and run. And then they'll lick back, ha, and they'll run around the ring, go sit on the other side of the ring, be like, nope, I'm not coming over there. You're gonna chase me. This what you playing, bro. But if you play Street Fighter, you can't run because there's a wall. So he got to fight. I don't play those kind of games. You get me now? Because he can't run.
Yeah.
And there's nothing in the game in the sports that make the reference. Hold up now. Y'all, because you're throwing no punches back. I'm lying, Paul? This is what I see in the online community, but I've seen it in Fight Night Champion, Fight Night Round 4. They just want to break to see what the announcer is going to say. Okay, Crawford took that round, and then they'll push the button. Get to the second round, win on points, and then wait for the man to say, yeah, Crawford took that round, then they'll push the button. I guess I'm gonna have to learn how to I'm gonna have to watch UFC and watch the fighters and switch over to UFC.
Oh, I did an
We're not
article.
gonna never get no realistic boxing game, bro.
Yeah, I did an article on the UFC game, how the people how EA they did an interview with somebody from EA, and they was telling them what they can't add and why they couldn't add it. And I say all of that is lies. That's lies what they said. Even EA developers said that was lies. Their thing is they're trying to hold back on stuff, not giving everything now. EA, they give you if they could just give you two things.
Since 2001. Oh, they've been saying that since 2001.
Yeah, that's what I be saying. People.
So 25 fucking years.
They get
25 fucking years. We ain't got a realistic boxing game. Come on.
Exactly. And even
25 fucking years, bro.
Even with their UFC game, I say even with their UFC game, this is their 7th game. It's no excuses. But they're gonna give you excuses, and people gonna accept it.
It's their 7th game. Yeah, it is a 7th game from and the first one was Super Arcade, and that's the one Will say he liked the most.
Yeah.
You counted that one. It is their 7th game. Yep. Proximate wasn't even. They were little bitty kids when that game came out. JMA, all of them were little bitty kids, bro. Like this is, man, craziness, bro. I'm on the way back, bro. I'll be back home this year, bro. Yeah, I jump in the truck. I stopped in New Jersey now. I hit you up. Stop in New Jersey. Yeah, I'll be home this year. So I'm gonna jump back in the truck. I'm gonna go work for Swift for about a year, 2 years, get my check up. And yeah, I'll be home this year. Yeah. Now they're not gonna be complaining about he has a red bar. He has one red bar. You beat me because you had one red bar. Oh Lord, man. Oh man. It's like I'm damn retired from this shit, bro, because we're not gonna ever get no realistic boxing game. If it ain't the developers not knowing boxing, then they got egos. And then you know what they do too, Po? When they play against each other, they play fair. They fight each other. They don't be doing all that weird stuff. Say they don't even know that the game is broken in certain areas because they don't got nobody in the office breaking the game. You got to have somebody who knows how to break the game. So you can, you know what I mean? Like do crazy shit.
Let me see. Yeah, that's another thing about what games missing. The tools to stop
okay. What they call
you breaking up.
Emulate in the wind, Po. That's why they're not gonna talk about it. Oh, can you hear me now? Hold on.
Yeah,
I gotta put it on the house internet.
Yeah, I can hear you a little bit.
Hello?
Yeah, I can hear you.
I had to switch. I didn't switch it to the house internet. It's frustrating, bro. And the younger generation don't understand our frustration of watching boxing games from the black and white 2 M's fighting on Atari and Pong all the way till 9. We've been waiting that long and be wondering why. Like I'd be so upset. And then you see other sports games, car games, all the passion into it. They putting everything in there with the kitchen sink. And then when we get a game that look like the kitchen sink is getting put in the game, you getting gameplay videos every 3 weeks or every 4 weeks, and it's looking promising. And then all of a sudden, they take a deep dive in the arcade world.
Yeah.
Huh?
Yeah.
Like that's just like a shot in the foot. And then now they're making an excuse talking about some of this Unreal Engine. It's Unreal Engine is the savior. Well, what engine it was when they had David Adelaide on there? It's a programming issue. Somebody came in messing with the programming.
Yup, that's exactly what it is. Cause they keep telling us we was trying to throw them a pass. Hey, that was Unreal Engine. Then they switched to Unity.
When Jay started that, Jay MMA started that, bro. Jay don't know that. Listen, if you watch Jay talk about MMA, listen to his critique, bro. He know a lot about that sport, bro. He don't talk like that about boxing.
None of them do.
He's not passionate about boxing like that. He can't get into the deep. They only know the popular fighters. They don't even know people coming out your amateurs and the next Golden Glove fighter who just won the Olympics or who going to Olympic trials. They don't know that stuff. They don't keep up with that. They don't know who the new prospect is.
And I respect the guys that don't know, and they like, oh, I didn't know about him. Let me do my research on him. And that's like, oh, all right, that's what I'm talking about.
Facts.
They act like they still know who the like. Hey, I talk about George Benton. A lot of people act like they know about George Benton, but they don't really know about George Benton. Well, that's Holyfield trainer, right? All right. So what else do you know about George Benton?
Paul, when them punches coming at your face, that's a different type of education.
Yep.
You know what I mean when I say that.
Yep.
When them punches coming at your face and you in there sparring, that's an education in itself.
It is.
It is different levels because you can have two fighters who had the same many fights, but the other one is smarter than the other one, and he doing way better in the amateurs. You can have an amateur record of let's say 300 fights, 150 wins and 150 losses. That exists.
Yeah.
People don't know that. I would have quit long time ago. Now they got some guys that won't quit. They got some pro records that you can go on BoxRec and see some ridiculous records. 56 and 46 losses. 12 wins and 29. I'm lying, Poe.
No, you're not. That's why we try to tell people, because I was telling them somebody that got 50 losses and 10 wins will beat the brakes off a regular joke.
Beat the brakes off of you.
And they be like, how? He got all them losses, but he got experience. He fought people.
That man will beat the brakes off of them.
Yup.
Because in them losses, he done learned education that you do not have.
Yup. He went to school.
He went to school.
And we don't know how he got all them losses.
The school, facts.
We don't know.
Could have been politics.
Yup.
Could have been politics like the Road Warrior, Glenn Johnson. Yup.
Manuel Augustus.
A lot of people fighting like Manuel Augustus, taking his style and ain't even getting no props for it. They trying to say, that boy Whitaker, he fighting like Emmanuel Augustus, and they not even,
And he fight a little bit like Whitaker, and he had like he didn't. He said, "I don't see."
You mean Pernell Whitaker?
Yeah, he do like some of the stuff that he do in it. I was like, oh no, I see.
Pernell was all torso movement.
Yeah.
He was mostly torso movement, and he would be dancing with his feet too.
And he said he didn't watch none of those guys. I said, I can't believe he ain't watched none.
No, that's because he black. Poe, that's because he black. I believe it. Poe, he's just because he black, bro. We just got that soul, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's that soul up in there. He dancing to a beat that's not there. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
What you call it? Do it a little bit. Ennis does it. Boots Ennis do it.
Yeah.
He do it a little bit. That's when you spar a lot, though. You could do that. You get so comfortable in the ring. You know what I mean?
What do you think about Xander Zayas and
I knew you
Boots?
was gonna ask me that. And I don't like brawlers. I know you. I was thinking about that. I was like, dang, I know where he get that from because I said Conor would beat Shakur, and it's in New Jersey. He from New Jersey. I just was going. I had never seen. And I told you this over the phone. I've been watching boxing for a long time, just like you, and a part of it.
Yeah.
I've never seen a child of a superstar, the son act like. So I was giving Conor that, and I told you that he got the same demeanor as Nigel. Nigel didn't beat McCullough with skill. He beat him because he was a wild man.
Yep.
He was a fucking wild man. He was a crazy fucking madman. And paralyzed that man because his head hit him and broke his order. But that man was wild. He was like, I'm not losing. I don't give a fuck how skilled this man is. You remember McCullough knocked his ass out the ring.
Yep.
That crazy motherfucker got off that fucking floor and walked in that ring and went fucking retarded. I see this. So let's name child fighters. Hector Camacho's son. Who else?
Vargas' son.
Joe Frazier children. George Foreman had children that boxed.
Vargas.
Who else?
Shane Mosley.
Shane Mosley. He decent, but we ain't seen him step up in no competition.
Yeah. The way Zuffa's set up, I don't know if he's gonna really have any competition till they actually get more fighters.
Yeah. So who you got? Whose son act just like their father? That's what I was going off of, Poe. I know Shakur is fucking 10,000 times more skilled than Conor, but I just don't think Shakur been in there with somebody who crazy, who don't care about that.
Yeah. No, I said Boots. You went to Shakur. I said
yeah, but I was just addressing when you say I like brawlers. But anyways, Boots to me has always been a weight bully. And Xander said that. I told you that too. I said Boots is a weight bully. And Xander said it too. But I think Xander is going to be surprised how skilled Ennis is.
Yeah.
But I think he's a to be continued type of boxer. I think he's gonna beat Xanders, but it's the other fights because he's gonna keep stepping up in competition.
Yeah,
and we gotta wait to see if he's gonna be one of the great ones. That's just one of them wait and sees.
Yeah.
But Xanders is they the same size. You know, and I think Xanders is underestimating Ennis too, huh?
Yeah, Xander's underestimating. That's what I was.
Yeah, he got that, and he forget that he black too. He a black superhero. You know, we got sorry black fighters, but when we got good ones, we got good ones. You know what I mean? We got elite, we got superheroes. When our great, you know, as black people, we have like when our people be great, they be fucking great. So we have to wait to see if Ennis is going to be one of those greats. You know, I don't think Xanders is a big enough test.
Yeah, this is something I gotta ask you about. You know, since I got another boxing head on it. Usyk last fight. Explain to people what went wrong, and that people don't understand.
What went wrong with the Usyk fight is that, first of all, the kickboxer was an undisputed kickboxer. So he already knew how to fight as a warrior. He wasn't like a Pizza Hut driver, how people try to make it seem like. He's an undisputed kickboxer. So he does have a bit of fighting knowledge. I'm going to say fighting knowledge and a little bit of boxing knowledge.
Yeah.
Also, he was sparring with Tyson Fury, and he had a 6-month camp with Tyson Fury's uncle. And Tyson Fury had fought Usyk twice, and he was in his camp. So they devised a style that Usyk never seen before. In the world never seen, the boxing world never seen before. Now I'm coming from a strategy point of view, not a person-to-person view, a boxer to boxer. What I'm saying is, yes, that style surprised the shit out of Usyk. I'm gonna explain this two ways so you can understand it. That's but it ain't gonna work a second fucking time.
No. Oh heck no. Heck no.
That's what the casuals don't understand. So why don't he fight? Why don't he fight another prospect? Make him earn the keep to go and fight another heavyweight.
Yeah.
Why don't he go fight another heavyweight? Huh?
If he fight another boxer, he gonna beat the brakes off of him.
Because they already done seen what he got.
Yeah.
It was surprised because nobody never seen that. Nobody's never, I mean, that's been done before in the, you know what I mean? He had one of them old style. Huh?
Yeah, old school awkward style.
Fact, yep, that old school awkward style. Yep, he had it. He was a tall guy, but he made himself short. And he was in that crunches style and coming in. Yeah, I've seen that style. It was a long time I seen that style. And guess what? Tyson Fury folk old as hell. They gypsies. They know about them old ass, huh?
Yep.
And another thing, how to stoppage, that was a boxing play. Let me explain. What I'm about to say, you're gonna be like, damn, that's true. That was a boxing play. Usyk just used his boxing knowledge. When he hurt him, he knew them unanswered punches, and landing them punches like that would make the ref come in there and stop that shit.
Yep.
That's a skill.
Yep.
Let me throw this combination on this man to make this referee goddamn stop this shit.
I did it quite a few times. I'd be tired to death. But in my brain, I say, well, they could be light punches. Bat, 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 bat. And the referee looking at his head and the movement.
Facts. That's a boxing skill.
Yeah, that's a skill.
The casuals who be watching TV, they play too many video games, Poe. They don't understand that boxing is a sport. What Usyk did came from experience. When he hurt him and had him like on the ropes like that, and them punches was getting through. They talking about something, he ain't hit him with nothing. You crazy. He was catching his ass. And the referee's job is to save his life. He ain't thinking about no doggone thing. Keep going.
The guy acting like he was going to do something. No, my thing is, the referee shouldn't have jumped in and let him knock him out cold, because that's exactly what's going to happen.
But that Usyk did that fucking trick, man.
Yeah, but Usyk was going to.
I got that, but I mean, that's the thing. He could have lost or whatever. He could have whatever. I mean, but Poe, you got to think about who did it to him, Poe.
Yeah.
Usyk, listen, gold medalist. Hold on, let me run it down. You forget. This ain't no regular boxer we talking about.
Yeah, I know that.
Gold medalist, undisputed cruiserweight, and heavyweight. He knew that was gonna happen if he jumped on and let the referee was gonna stop. That was a fucking veteran move.
Yeah.
Because if he'd have waited just a little bit of seconds to stop, it would have went to the next round. Yeah. He jumped right on him. You see, they saved Tyson Fury when he jumped on Tyson Fury. The referee got in the goddamn way. Yeah. You seen Tyson Fury's eyes? Usyk would have stopped him in that first fight. You know that.
Yeah.
The referee hurry up and jumped there and gave him a standing 8. There's no standing 8 in a championship fight. I'm lying, Poe?
No, you're not lying.
It says no standing 8 count.
But my thing is, people keep thinking that if it would have won another round, the guy would have won a fight.
He probably would have, but Poe, give it to him. Yeah, he probably would have. Shoulda, woulda, motherfucking coulda. This boxing.
Yeah.
Take your ass back to video games. With that shoulda, woulda, coulda. This is a sport. That should be in the video game. Stoppages. All our stuff. So, man, why they stopping the fight? That wasn't good. Nah, this is a sport, nigga. This ain't Street Fighter. You feel me? The sport should be in the game. You feel what I'm saying, Poe?
Yup, 100%.
The sport should be in the game, bro. He gonna remove you, take a knee, and the nigga can make a choice to punch you in the face and get disqualified. He gonna take the shit out of the game. I won about 10 fights like that. I took a knee, he went to punching me. Ha 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 ha. Hey man, what they doing? You can't do that in boxing, nigga. This is a sport. I was so proud that was in the game, Poe.
Oh yeah, what's going to say? Looks can be deceiving. Somebody shots cause delayed reaction. We had that in the game. Delayed reaction from body shots and punches.
Facts, yeah.
They took that out.
They took it out the game. And they took out the liver shot. Now the liver shot misses. You can't even throw it. If a nigga could lean back and get away from a body shot. That was all in Fight Night. That was in Fight Night. He done successfully turned this game into Fight Night champion, bro. They be doing pump blocking in the game now. They be taking it pump blocking, going up and down real fast. See, they know you don't play online, Poe. If you played online, you would see what I'm talking about, all this craziness, bro, that they be doing, bro.
Yeah.
And you know I come from Tom and Jerry world. You can't beat them, join them.
Yeah, I won. Because the 2 times that I did, let me see, I played 5 games online. And when I played, that's when the game was like early access.
Yeah.
And I seen it was going downhill from there. I say, nah.
Yeah, he sped up the beta. He sped it up. But he didn't like the game, bro. Like, you can go back and watch him play Fanatico, bro. He couldn't play it. You know? He was throwing number uppercuts and hooks with Carl Froch. He was throwing not uppercuts and hooks, just land. It plays exactly the way he wants to play the game. And he said that. It feels fine to me. I like it. Huh? Just stop going online.
That's crazy.
The game feels fine to me. But it's supposed to be boxing.
Yeah. Him saying that sound like the EA days. Me and Brizzle,
fine to me.
Me and Brizzle saying one thing and this joker saying another thing. It's basically you getting outvoted by casual people that really don't care too much about it.
Facts. That's it. I don't have that much faith in Undisputed 2, Poe.
Dad, you don't?
Because the wrong people on board. Boxing video games about who is controlling the code. Coach Anthony should be there right above the coder saying, nope, that don't work in boxing. Nope, that don't work in boxing. Nope, this angle works like this. No, if you do that, you'll get punished. Put this in the game. All the mistakes that you do in boxing should be in the game. Punch combinations should beat one-arm punches.
Yeah, my thing is why they pick that coach, but they didn't got coach instead of Coach Anthony. Ash told him to lock his number in, but Ash didn't call him.
They got a lot to do with Fanatico, because Fanatico and Coach Anthony close. They're cool. But Fanatico could have been got Coach Anthony in there.
Yeah.
They all, bro, it's all about shining, bro. People want to shine, bro. Like, I'm genuinely for the sport. Like, I care about the game being like the sport. If I lose because somebody beat me and there was a better boxer than me, that'll make me smile. You feel what I'm saying, Poe?
Yeah.
When I get beat in 2K head to head and the guy ain't using no Zen, because you know they're using Zens now, so I started playing. I might not even buy NBA 2K27. Man, they using Zens like a motherfucker. Automatic green. They buy it off a line for $100 and some dollars, hook it up to the joystick, and when you just push the button, the automatic green. Automatic 3-point shot.
Leafy said, I think they'll get it right. They got 2K, Rockstar, EA people all working on the game with huge budget.
That don't mean nothing. They need boxing coaches. Poe, they need boxing coaches, Poe.
Yeah,
how is it that the studio, watch this, look what Leafy just said, right? It makes no sense at all. He just said they got Rockstar. Why does ESBC look better than everything and the studio was small? He didn't even have that many employees. He did better with less. I'm lying, Poe?
No, they was doing pretty good.
He got 1 million views with not even a full staff. You know why? Because he had a boxer in there and a boxing coach telling the coders what to do. That's the antidote. It's not gaming companies. Gaming companies, not boxers. You need boxing trainers in there, not the boxers. You seen Adrian Broner arguing with his old coach, the young one.
Yeah.
You know, his real coach died. You seen how he was dissecting Adrian Broner.
Yeah.
But me and you already know that the trainer know more than the boxer. But the casuals think that the boxers is the one that know. It's their trainers.
So I was looking at Adrian Broner. He was doing stuff. I was like, yo, everybody that's a good boxer don't mean they're a good trainer.
That's a fact.
A lot
of boxers don't become good trainers.
Yeah.
It's like the Mike ones Tyson, that drop out of the amateurs.
Tyson not a trainer. Mike Tyson, he couldn't train nobody.
No, he can't.
He gonna really teach?
Teddy Atlas can.
Teddy Atlas, 100%.
Teddy Atlas can. Kevin Rooney.
Yeah. One thing I liked about Teddy Atlas, he never tried to correct me, or he'll say, "You're doing a great job." He never tried to correct me because he knows certain things you don't go overstep your boundaries.
That too, but you also turn his style and make it better.
Yeah.
Because you can't change a fighter, but you can make him better at what he do. You can make him the best version of himself.
Yep. That's what George Benton was good for. He take what you got and he improves it.
Facts. Now
the only trainer that I could say they did a bad job was Emmanuel Stewart when he tried to change what's coming to a boxer.
Who?
Prince Nassim into a boxer.
Oh yeah. When he fought Marcos Antonio Barrera.
Yeah, not saying that he would have beat him, but you shouldn't take what he's been.
You should have left. Yeah, you should have left. Yeah, you should have left him how he was. Because people don't know that there's two versions of Emmanuel Augustus. People don't even know that. There's two versions. You got the drunken master, and then you got the fundamental boxer, Emmanuel Burton. Yep. People don't even know that.
That's what we don't have in the game.
They got it in the game. It's in there. It's in there. Yeah, you can fight. You can fight like Burton on there.
Yeah.
You can fight like Burton. Yeah, because when you push up on the thing, that's when he start doing the drunken master. But when you leave it idle, he just fight like fundamental style boxing. Yeah, it's on there.
Oh, this a lot of them. Ask you too, because I don't know if I asked you. Do you think it was smart for Steel City? I think with 12 years they got the Muhammad Ali thing. You bought his rights for 12 years.
That means he trying to keep the damn game till we in our 80s.
But my thing is, you getting Muhammad Ali for the casual or the hardcore fans? Because casual fans don't care about a roster of 300 boxers because they don't know the 300 boxers that the hardcore fans know.
That's why the only way to do that is to give incentive for using lower unknown boxers on rank. Instead of you repeatedly using the same fighter, you should get more points for playing with all the fighters. Yeah. That should be the incentive.
Yeah. Because if there's 300 boxers, how many boxers do you think that the casual fans know?
7.
Exactly. See? We both know only if it's 300, they only know probably 7 of the boxers. They only know probably about 7 of the boxers.
Because they don't care. They don't care, bro. The same thing with NBA 2K. When they be saying NBA, they got my player. They don't even watch basketball, bro.
Yeah.
But they don't even watch basketball, bro.
If they got Jordan, then again, they're going to use Jordan, LeBron James, and they're going to...
That's it. That's a fact. That's a fact.
I see people build a whole team of Michael Jordans. I said, what the heck going on here?
So that's gamers, bro.
Yeah, that's
gamers, bro. Like the I know all the hard games, like Ninja Gate and Black. Them niggas can't play no fucking Ninja Gate and Black.
Oh,
I can guarantee you, can't none of the undisputed. Sosa can play any game. Norman Brock Solo,
yeah.
that nigga can play. That nigga can play anything, Pope. That nigga be playing Papa the Rapper. That nigga can play any, just like me. He can play any game. That bitch got buttons, he can play it.
Yeah.
Tennis, golf, you name it. Pool on the game. Any fucking game. Baseball, hockey, play all that shit, bro. But these gamers, they snipers. They just come to play boxing games and do the same thing. Get Sugar Ray in and get the fastest person with the highest block and run around and go peck, peck, peck and run. Peck, peck, peck and run. Peck, peck, peck and run. And we'll literally, you didn't see the video I did where I just sat there and I didn't do nothing and the person didn't do nothing either?
No, I didn't see that.
Yeah, I put a video up. I just did one today.
Yeah,
I had Huh?
That's crazy. That's crazy.
I did a whole 8 rounds. Look, they not even fighting about it's 8 rounds when it should be 10 rounds. And then 12 rounds if you get up in a high rank like Undisputed. And look, let me tell you what else he did. He turned boxing into a medal, like bronze league, silver, gold, platinum, and Undisputed. It should have went.
That's esports talk.
But in boxing, he should have went 4 rounds, the 6 round, the 8 round, the 10 round, the 12 rounds.
Yeah, and 15 should be like a.
And guess who had that, Poe? Prize Fighter online.
Yeah.
Don King's Prize Fighter had that, huh?
You remember we had 15 rounds in the beginning? They gave us 15 rounds.
No, they not online. They didn't. They had 12.
Oh, online. Okay, I didn't know that.
Yeah, online they had 12 rounds.
But that's crazy. They put that out. It's like you forcing
because they want to score up. Listen, when they was in the Discord, I knew they was doing. Everybody was against me. I said they trying to do that so they can win. They want to win the fight on points. So if the fight go to 10 rounds, they could get knocked out. So that's why they petition for 8 rounds. So and then you got to think about the Undisputed, the UFC guys. They play 5 rounds.
Yeah.
They're not used to going 12 rounds.
That's too long.
Facts. So they pushing it. Now at the 10 round, 12, that's too long, man. That's too long. Because they want to hurry up and win off points. They don't want to get in the championship rounds where they could get knocked out. I probably got about 10,000 fights, bro, in the last 5 years. 10,000 fights, bro. Leafy got 5 wins and 12 losses. Right now. And this would be killing me. They don't even play the game, but get mad at me. I got 10,000 fights.
How many dude Norton got? He probably got over 1 million.
Oh Lord, that nigga probably got more than me. In Fight Night round 3, that nigga had 100 and some thousand fights.
Damn.
In round 3. But these are the people that the MMA guys came in blocking us, the veterans of online boxing games.
Yeah.
See, it don't matter how they make the game. Listen, Norton the type of person, he'll lose 1,000 times so he can learn, so he can beat you. He'll lose 1,000 times. He don't care. He'll keep fucking playing until he learns. He willing to lose 1,000 and then turn around and win 2,000. That's how Norton think.
Yeah.
And these guys ain't got no backbone. Listen, they be looking at the scorecards. They down the scorecards. They'll throw the towel in quick. Then that's not even. Then they put surrender. They don't even put technical knockout. Throwing the towel is a technical knockout. You seen when that dude got knocked out in that Zuffer and they called it a technical knockout and that was a KO? You saw that?
Mm-hmm.
One of the fights, the guy got flatlined. I'm talking about knocked out cold. They said, and by technical knockout, I said, it wasn't a fucking technical knockout. That was KO.
That show you who's in charge of what's going on.
He hired the big wigs too. He hired Joe Tessitore, Max Kellerman, and Andre Ward.
Yeah. I know
heard it?
Andre Ward be getting heated because Max Kellerman be trying to overtalk him and tell him.
Yeah. When he was breaking down the boxing and telling how to, I heard it. But guess what? What that sound like? That sound like the same shit be done to us.
Yeah.
No, everybody think they can take their eyeballs and no boxing. I'm telling you, bro, that's how the world feel, bro. Yeah. Fuck y'all education. That shit ain't all that fucking science. Get the fuck out. Y'all ain't doing nothing but punching each other in the face. That shit ain't no science behind that shit. Y'all just fucking gladiators, fucking what do you call it? Barbarians.
Yeah.
There ain't no fucking science behind that shit. That's what they saying.
Huh? I be listening to people, they don't want you to correct them about boxing, but they overcorrect you about UFC. I'm like,
it was so crazy about it. I show so much respect to them. I don't even talk about their sport. I don't know nothing about their sport. I can't fix myself to do that.
Yeah.
Bitch, you don't know shit about UFC. You don't know nothing. Man, you can't, everybody deserve their opinion, man. Everybody deserve their opinion. That's why I don't like these. Because everybody deserve their own opinion. I don't do that shit. I'd be like, you right, bro. I don't watch it, bro. Like, I don't watch it. It's just somebody. It just don't. Like, I don't watch it.
Yeah, it don't.
I watch it now because now they don't put mannerisms in the game. I watched a couple fights this weekend. I saw. So, okay, I see how he fighting. I see how he fight. Because you got to emulate fighting on the game.
Yeah.
You know, I spent a lot of time on ground game.
Yeah, I was listening to EA. They did an interview, and I counteract that interview they was doing. They're saying that they can't add certain things. Say you've been making games. This is like your 7th game. So when you say you can't add something, that's a decision that y'all made. Because ain't no.
Why is always boxing game? Why is always boxing game?
Yeah.
We can't put a basketball in the game. You know, the casuals don't want actual basketball in the game. So we're going to put a volleyball.
That's no. They always tell you what they don't want. I mean, what fans don't want, and that's not true. My thing is, give us a survey then. Give us a survey if that's the case, and give it a survey.
The bottom line is, those are college students who don't want to have to listen to trainers who have never been to college.
Yeah.
That's what it is, Poe. They don't want a person that they look down upon in the educational world to tell them how to make the game. It's ego, bro. And then you introduced me to the university that got actual boxers and trainers in the college, and they don't even promote that shit. They got boxing trainers in the military that can help do a better job than them people.
Yeah.
They don't respect the sport, bro.
Like
they don't respect the sport, huh?
When Coach Corner went there, and then he came back, and he wasn't satisfied. That right there, that said a lot right there.
What you talking about? Well, when he went to Wheelhouse?
Yeah.
Now he was satisfied with that version. He just said they got to work on the little quirks.
Yeah, he said little things need to be missing. But
yeah. I used to love how he fight.
I used to like his breakdowns and stuff. Some of the ideas.
Me too. You can't do none of that shit that he's doing in that video. Everything is arcade, magnet punches. Man, that shit is trash. The game is trash, bro. And they just sucking money out of hardcore boxing fans because we have a relationship towards boxing, and it's the only woman on the corner. You know what I mean? Like, ain't no other woman on the corner.
But my thing is, they got to do something. If they're going to have a lot of boxes and stuff, we're the only ones that's going to pay for them boxes. We're the only ones.
And how that makes sense? If you're not catering to the hardcore fans who going to actually be buying the fighters.
Exactly.
And actually using them.
Exactly. So that they gotta come up with a better strategy than what they've been doing.
It's the people that they surround themselves on. I told you, as long as such and such there, the game ain't, bro, it's just gonna be a beautiful arcade game. That's what it's gonna be. Watch. with beautiful graphics. And then even if they do a good job in the game, come out, they're going to, anytime boxing games, I knew this was from Prize Fighter, with Don King's Prize Fighter. You see how they say it's the worst boxing game ever made? Anytime a boxing game is really close to real boxing, they don't like it. I've always noticed that, Poe, but it makes sense. Why would they, if they leave out and go into a real boxing gym and get them a trainer, right, and stay there for 6 months and start learning how to hit the bag, whatever, they have a different whole outlook on what boxing is after them 6 months. I'm lying?
No. That's
why they got in that ring, huh?
That's why Brizzle was there. Brizzle, he
made me mad when I see him doing haymakers inside the ring, making jokes and shit. Brizzle made me mad when I saw him do that in the video.
He was doing that on purpose, though. That was
I saw that, but I ain't like that because he was sending the wrong message.
Yeah.
See how I remember that?
Yeah, I remember that.
He was doing them stupid ass haymakers, like making jokes and shit.
And it's crazy because I was mad too when he was did that. I was like, oh, this joking. I was like, you really
for real?
I was mad when he did that. I don't know if you see.
Yeah, when he did that, he was sending the wrong message. Like when he was doing, I was like, why the fuck is he? Oh Lord! And I'm gonna tell you something else he didn't do. He didn't throw one fucking jab. Brizzo did not use the jab. He's a slugger and just throwing hooks. He ain't throw not one. I saw him, Poe. And this, Poe, you talking about? I saw this, not on YouTube. Nah, I saw this years ago.
Yeah. Still got them pterodactyl arms.
That don't stop you from throwing no jab, Pitbull Cruz.
He ain't know that. We know that, hey, short arms or not, you still supposed to throw them jabs.
Facts. They set up everything. Yeah. Who you think? Ryan Garcia, Conor?
Conor. I'm always going with Conor.
Ryan supposed to beat him though.
He's supposed to.
Yeah, he's supposed to.
It up. They trying to set it up that way, but
that bitch fast. That motherfucker fast. Huh?
Yeah, but Conor
ferocious. He's ferocious, but
yeah,
I didn't like how he struggled with the southpaw from New Orleans.
Oh yeah, but Regis not a bum though.
I know he not, but he ain't no elite fighter though.
Yeah, that's true.
He might be a B class fighter.
Yeah.
He started late too, Poe. He started late too.
Who you talking about, Conor or Regis?
Regis.
Yeah.
Conor, people think Conor started low. He didn't. He didn't start late.
No.
Conor been around boxing his whole life.
That's why, even if he started boxing late, you've been around it forever. So
he been around boxing his whole life. That's why when people be talking, I just be like, all right. That ain't no way in the hell that man daddy Nigel been and that man wasn't in no boxing rings. Ain't no fucking way.
Son. Look at Eubank's son. They started late. And they still, you can't say that.
And still, facts.
Because I remember when his son said he wanted to start boxing, I think he was probably like 12 or 13.
Facts. When he was in the kitchen talking to his dad.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember that.
He ain't want him to box. But he said
he ain't want him to box.
Because 12, 13, a lot of fathers will be like, nah, man, it's too late now. It's a waste of my time and your time.
And a lot of them, Poe, I've come to find out, all I want to be tough guys, but we got a lot of men out there that know they would not step no foot in no ring. And they just want to be a tough guy, bro. They want to be a tough guy. This is their fantasy.
Yeah.
They fantasy. They want to be tough guys, bro. They don't give a damn about this sport, bro. I know. I'm gonna tell you the people that they pick. They pick Tyson Fury, Deontay Wilder, Larry Holmes. They don't even pick Usyk at heavyweight. Muhammad Ali because of his speed. And the first peekaboo style. What's his name? Cuss training before Mike Tyson.
Oh, you talking about Floyd Patterson?
Floyd Patterson. Yeah, a lot of people don't know that Floyd Patterson did the peekaboo style way before Mike.
Yeah.
Same style. And they picked Floyd Patterson. Middleweight, They pick Roy Jones. They pick Carl Froch. They pick who else they pick? Crawford.
Remember the original Carl Froch? The version that we
Yeah,
had.
Yeah, he was a beast. He was a beast. None of the traits don't work. The traits don't work, which is the your system tendencies. They turn your tendencies into traits. That don't work. Sosa think they work. They don't work because the power modifier erased the traits. And then Carl Froch have a trait that after the 8th round, he get extra stamina. That you can't go past the 8th round, so that kill the traits. Yeah. This all will, bro. All will, bro. He ain't understand that game, bro.
Yep, that's the holes in the game. When you start taking them things out, you leaving a gap. So now that's why everything's starting to rubber band, because it's trying to reach for something that's not there.
That's not there. Yep.
You don't took parts out and
he done came in. And how is it that this is what's killer? How is it that I don't know if you've seen it on. I wish you could pull it up. Yeah, pull up the gameplay on UFC 6 if it ain't gonna mess up your computer. But anyway, you can look at it at your own time. They got it now on UFC 6, and ain't none of the YouTubers talking about it. When you throw a punch or a kick and the man sidestep, like on ESBC Boxing Club, he be stuck on the angle for a second. Where you could counter him on an angle that's never been in UFC. But it was in ESBC. And it was in the demo. It was in the demo. When somebody be leaning back, I could walk on the side of him and punch him in the side of the face.
I remember that.
Now, who came in when that demo was in there? Nice in UFC 6. So when you sidestep a nigga, he throw a punch, he stay still for a second, you be on the side of him and you can hit him, and it's a big counter move. Boom! Knock him down and knock him out. And on UFC 6. Ain't none of the YouTubers talk about that because they know EA stole that shit from ESB. Now, why they not saying nothing? Why Proxys, JMMA, all them not? They see it. You think they don't see these animations? You think they don't see the check hook? With the check hook ain't never been in UFC? They put the check hook in UFC 5. The check hook ain't never been in UFC. The critical zones with the critical zone that ESB, that's in UFC. That was in UFC 5. But you have none of the YouTubers that follow MMA and Undisputed saying they got that from ESBC. They ain't saying nothing.
No, they ain't gonna say that.
And I know they see it, huh?
They ain't gonna say that. They ain't gonna say that.
You know they're not gonna. You know they're not gonna say it. You know they're not gonna say it. And they're gonna act like they don't see it. All of them see it, Poe. They see it.
Yeah.
But they ain't saying nothing. That's what I be talking about, bro. And then be getting mad. They be getting mad at me because I'm defending our sport. Ain't nobody coming over there telling you how to get booed on the ground. Put a nigga in open guard and get between his legs. Ain't nobody telling you how to put a nigga in the book. I ain't arguing with you about that. That's your sport.
Yeah.
I ain't fighting with you about no doggone armbar and side control. I'm learning it. I'm learning how to get booed on the ground because that's how the game go.
Yeah. I be telling people, I say I grew up in a martial arts background, but I don't like martial arts like that, like UFC type stuff. I hate Greco wrestling, and I think that's one of the main reasons why I don't like UFC. I don't like Greco wrestling. And a lot of people are like, why you don't like Greco wrestling? Because every time I used to beat on somebody, that's the first thing they resort to, trying to grab me and wrestle. And you know who like doing that a lot.
Yeah.
Wrestle you. Try to grab.
Yeah, we know.
Yeah.
I'll tell you this, in America, Georgia black guys, New Jersey, boxers. Philly, boxers. New York, fighters. New Orleans, boxers. Georgia, wrestlers. Niggas will slam you through the core of the planet Earth, boy. And niggas cock strong. Trust me, I had my taste of it. Throw the hook, nigga went up under that shit like he slipped it and belly to belly to me. Boom! Knocked all the wind out of me. I was like, what the fuck is this? What is this, WWE? Because in New Orleans, we don't do that. We just fight with the hands. They'll call you. They'll say, they'll be like, oh, man, why you grabbing that man? With the hands, the straight hands. That's how it is in the cities. You know?
Yeah.
You know, yeah. But yeah, man, I don't really have that much confidence. It's gonna be a pretty arcade game, bro. It's gonna just be sucking money from the real hardcore boxing fans. That's what that game gonna do. And I think it's gonna come out probably next year, 2027.
That's what I'm starting to think too. I think it's
I don't think it's coming out this year. I mean, they quiet. They could surprise us, but because UFC 6 just dropped, they might have to go back and make some readjustments. Hopefully, somebody need to be telling Ash to be playing UFC 6 so he can see his game inside that game. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Jay Shep could tell him. Jay Shep close over there, but Jay Shep so close to Will. You feel me? He ain't gonna say nothing. And Jay Shep really ain't no boxing fan like that. Cause he made fun of boxing. Mink. What type of fucking boxing fan be saying shit like that, bro? Mink. I'm the mink man. Nigga, what type of shit that is, bro? You making a mockery of the sport, bro. Mink. But you was a gamer, bro. Go play Super Mario Brothers, bro. Dong. Mink. Come on, man. That should be irking me and then be like, go hit on. You know, I had a video. I lost it. I had a video of Jay Ship hitting the bag. He a big nigga, but I had a video. He hit the bag just like Showbiz. I'm gonna tell you who got some pretty combinations on the bag, and it don't show nothing on the game. He beat Roy, that cruiserweight. Got that long ass name. What the name, Po?
What you talking about? Let me see the cruiserweight. Oh, I know you talking about. I forget his. I can't say his name. I know you talking about
the white boy.
Yeah, I forget his name.
Yeah, he got that long ass man. He got some pretty fucking combinations. And guess what? He's slow as hell in the game and don't even throw punch combinations like that. But he got some of the prettiest punching combinations. He be doing it on Twitter.
Oh yeah, I'm glad you brought his name up because I gotta reach out to him because I got him in the game. I'm like, yo, why y'all don't be talking up for me? I've got all these jokers that be in the game and none of them talk up for me.
They probably don't know the game because they're not gamers, Po. They probably don't even know the game and took a terrible turn like that. Because from the outside looking in, it don't look like it changed. You got to play it to know that it changed. Like Ben Davison probably don't even know he done went in there and put all that hard work in there and erased everything that Josh Taylor and Ben Davison put in that game is not even in the game. That would piss them off if they knew it, but they look, I ain't rich yet, and I can't talk to these boxers. They better hope I don't get rich because I'm gonna be able to pay to go to these big fights and be able to talk. And you know I ain't gonna be scared.
Yeah.
Oh shit, Beast talking to ass. It's too late now, you know what I mean? I mean, it ain't too late, but you know.
Yeah. What's
going on? I could have got there earlier, huh?
Yeah, North, they having more and more boxing matches, so I'm like, I might go down to one of these events. People been trying to get me to come down there. So I go to one of these events and they, you know, hey, we got such and such in here. That's the only thing I don't like everybody to know my born name. So they announced me it's gonna be on the internet. They're like, oh, that's his name. Then I'm gonna get trolled.
But Poe, you're a real fighter though, Poe.
Yeah.
When you was a cruiserweight, man, you beautiful goddamn physique at a cruiserweight.
Yeah. That's what son Larry Hazard, the commissioner of New Jersey, his son always talked to him. He'd be like, yo, man, he's like, yo, you was good, man. I said, what happened? I said, management. I wish I would have been thinking. I said, if I would have been thinking, I said, Dad, I would have rather for one of y'all to be my managers. Because your father, he the commissioner. I know the way they got things set up.
That's another thing too, politics in boxing. Yeah. You can get the wrong manager. You can get somebody who try to push you up and turn you into a stepping stone for other boxers.
That's exactly what happened. They're trying to make me be a stepping stone. I said, hold up. This joker getting a title fight. We both, I'm literally.
And that should be, guess what? That should be in the game. That should be in the story mode. That should be in the game. You get set up by a manager to be in a game already rigged to make you lose.
Yeah, that's what that 2D boxing game doing.
Facts. But look how quick they going straight to that 2D boxing game. That tell you right there. I ain't play it.
But that joker
the presentation is boxing 100%.
100%.
The boxing ain't fucking goddamn boxing. But look how they run into that shit. Up and down blocking, 2D, running back and forward. That should tell you, bro, where they head at. I'm not even finna play that shit. This a better game on PC than that called Tactic Boxing is better than that.
Oh yeah.
But you don't see Fanatical.
Talk about that.
Because what I told you earlier. Anytime a game is really close to real boxing, they not gonna like it. Didn't I tell you that?
Yeah.
But tactic boxing is way better than that game. The presentation is the best presentation because he took from HBO After Dark boxing, took a lot of that and put it in that game, the way they talk and all of those kind of stuff like that. That was beautiful. His presentation, that should be undisputed. That presentation is amazing.
And I've been saying that forever.
Yeah, that presentation, boy, he off the chain with that goddamn, and all this dirty shit that go on in boxing, he got all that shit, the judging, that shit is boxing.
He even got the
gaming,
hang glider thing.
Facts, he put that in the game, yeah. He know his boxing. But as far as in the ring, the gaming, no. Tactic boxing way better than that.
That's why we saying these guys should team up together and put they
ain't gonna do that. Ego, man.
Yeah. Put that
ego
aside.
And what you call it doing?
Love C Shorty.
No, hell no, man. Come on, that's blasphemy. Hell no. I hate that fucking game. Don't you know I got a video? I'm the only nigga. I'm gonna say it right here, and the niggas gonna go try to do it. Watch now. They ain't doing it now, Poe. Ain't nobody in the world doing it till I say it right now. I'm the only one doing a check hook on Love C Shorty boxing game. When I played the demo, it ain't nothing but a left hook and a pivot. Ain't nobody thought to do that, and I wasn't gonna show them. And that was years ago, in 23. I recorded it. They don't even know how to set it up. That's the only thing beautiful about his game. You can pivot and be on angle, but he got the men moving too damn slow. Like they feet in fucking mud. That's why I don't like that game. He got everybody moving too fucking slow, huh?
Yeah, people got that thing that boxing is slow. Boxing is not slow. It's on you. You create the kind of fight that you create on having.
You know why they want it slow? Because they don't understand boxing. They don't want it fast. They want to slow it down so they can learn it. You'll be people game, bro. You
got to speed it.
Listen. That's because they don't know boxing. Because they slow it down. That's why I believe these people be manipulating these developers and manipulating these people, bro. They've been manipulating it to get it played the way they want to play it so they can win. Man, I don't want that game to be like that, man. This shit gonna be too realistic, too technical, man. I ain't gonna be able to beat the beast, man. I ain't gonna be able to beat him, man. He know way more about boxing than me, man. Why you want to play the game? I don't even want to play the shit. I ain't gonna win. I thought you said it's for fun. I want to win, and then I'm gonna start my own streaming channel, and then I'm gonna become a millionaire like the rest of the YouTubers. Yeah, I got bills to pay, man. I want to be a YouTuber, a streamer. That's what they be focused on, bro. Yeah, but I'm gonna come to their world and play UFC 6. Now, I'm gonna post it too. I'm gonna be playing it. I'm not playing a whole bunch, so because I got muscle memory from boxing games, and I don't have that kind of muscle memory from UFC, and I got shit to do, man. I gotta go and get my I gotta do my trucking test because my license expired 2 years ago, so I gotta go reinstate my CDL license and go back to work. So I really ain't gonna have time like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I ain't gonna really have time like that. I'm not gonna have that kind of time to put hours and hours and hours in the UFC 6. But I will enjoy the hard work that them people put into the game. But they got their ideas from ESBC Boxing Club. Because if ESBC Boxing Club would have never happened, they wouldn't have a 5 and a 6.
Nope.
Now you know that?
No, I don't think
you already know that, don't you?
Yeah. They had to deal like they did with NBA Live.
Facts.
They won't make no type of combat sports then.
Facts. Because they didn't have no ideas. They the richest company in the world with the dumbest fucking programmers compared to other programmers.
Richest company in the world
with the dumbest fucking programmers.
It shows you a lot. That's why Brizzo left. That's one of the reasons Brizzo left.
Shit crazy, bro. That shit is crazy, bro. Yeah. That shit is crazy. EA Sports fucking juggernaut, billionaire fucking company, and got some of the most mediocre, no innovativeness or nothing into their company. Keep making the same Madden, the same fucking goddamn PGA Tour, the same thing over and over, rinse and repeat. Put something off the market and bring Hit Stick back and be like, we got a new Hit Truck Stick.
Yeah, man.
And old heads be like, man, that shit, wait, we had that shit in 1999. You know, you kids, and then treat the whole new generation.
Yeah, they take stuff on and add it back.
Because that haymaker stuff worked. It worked because these new generation ain't never seen no haymaker from round 3 and round 4. That's why Will was able to get away with that, because he knew the new generation hadn't seen that before. And that they was gonna fall in love with throwing all them haymakers.
Yeah.
The game just doesn't feel consequential, so I'm gonna put haymakers in it. It doesn't feel consequential. You know, boxing is subjective. Boxing is subjective. You know, his or her opinion. You know, boxing is a pretty simple sport. You know, hit, don't get hit. You know, it's not that big deal. You know, I'm kind of worried that, my name is Michael. I'm kind of worried that this game is going to be a little bit too difficult for us to play. So is it going to kind of be like Simcade? I was like, oh, Lord. Remember Michael said that shit?
Yeah, man.
He was so worried that the game was going to be too technical. You don't remember?
Yeah.
That ain't crazy, Paul.
Yeah, that was crazy.
And he don't even promote the game?
Yo.
When do he stream the game? But is the game going to be like so technical that I'm not going to be able to play it? Like, is it going to be kind of like Simcade? I mean, he said Simcade, nigga. And guess what it is? Simcade.
Yeah. You talking about Mike?
Well, I saw some of your gameplay, and you don't fight exactly like Pacquiao. How am I fight like Pacquiao and my opponent not fighting like a boxer?
Yeah. It's hard to play a game when you don't got the tools that the boxer or
No, Paul. No. Pacquiao got every tool.
But let me give you an example what online players do. Let's say Pacquiao was fighting me, and every time he came to me, I started running around the ring. Like literally, like I'm just running away from him. Running all over the ring. I'm talking about running, Poe. Running. How he gonna implement his style against me?
That's true.
Huh?
I see. That's true. You can't.
And the referee not gonna tell me to fight. There's nothing to make them fight, bro.
And that's
because
another
the
thing that
don't
we
know
picked
that
up on.
referees is there to make them fight.
Yeah, that's another thing we picked up on. Referee being in the ring matters a lot.
But they gonna have the referee in the ring just as a static thing. The referee got to be in there to make sure the action is keep on actioning. It got to keep being action. And then when he pause and be running too much, the referee go over there and stop and say, you want to continue fighting? Then that's what, man, this shit real, man. God damn, I gotta fight. He's trying to force me to fight. Then why you playing the game? I don't play Street Fighter and all that stuff because you got to fight in that game. You can't run. There's a wall.
Yeah.
I don't play Tekken. I don't play those kind of games. I know because you suck. Because you got to remember all those combos. The command list. I want to make it where I can just do whatever I want to do and put the buttons wherever. I don't have to remember something that's here and there. I don't want to have to memorize nothing. I just want to be able to put buttons where I want to put them at and just make up this hinky-dinky crazy style.
Let me see.
Don't you know they get mad when you grab them? When you grab them in the MMA and throw them on the ground and try to submit them, they get mad and quit, Poe.
That's why I was the point I was trying to make earlier. That's why there is no grappling. They say they're not going to focus on grappling. They don't want that in the game.
The gamers don't want that in the game.
No, because you can submit somebody real fast. They don't want that. They don't want that opportunity. It's just like when Ray Mercer fought what's called him, and he submitted him real quick.
Facts.
James Toney.
Why you grabbing me? Why you grabbing me? If you watch processing them gameplay, they know how to do the ground game and submit people. Mm-hmm. They stand and bang.
Yeah. You could tell the MMA guys.
And then Fox was talking about JMA. He said, man, Jim, you don't want to play JMA. He'll get you on that mat and map fuck you or some shit, he said. Like he'll wrestle your ass to death. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But that's a part of the MMA though.
Yeah, and you can't get mad at that. You can't
why is you trying to turn it into a kickboxing game?
Yeah, true.
That's what they want. A kickboxing game.
Yeah, that's what I be getting. We think, that's what I be getting. You want a kickboxing?
These developers need to do sport, talk to the professionals, talk to the trainers. Like, we'll see, bro. Like, I don't think so, bro. I think we're probably 90 years old, nigga. And hopefully we live that long and find bro, this was the closest we ever got one. You know what I mean? Besides Victorious Boxing, but that's a Japanese game. And then when the game came to America, when they made the American version of Victorious, they dumbed it down and turned it into an arcade.
Yeah, that's true.
You know that, right?
Yeah.
You know that, right?
Yup.
Victorious Boxing's All-Star, that's the arcade version.
Yeah.
The Japanese version was realistic. I just think America just got something against. It ain't no coincidence that Will from America, he came there and turned the whole game to arcade, bro. It's like they got something against boxing, bro. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like they don't want it to be recognized as a scientific, thoughtful sport. That's why real boxers and commentators be like the journalists, they be like trying to act like they know more than the boxer.
Oh man, how about your boy Todd Grisham? Oh my goodness, man.
He's a
Yo, that joke will be saying some stuff. I'll be like, yo, man, that you listen.
oh,
I can't hear you.
uh,
I say you listen to him and you listen to Teddy Atlas. Totally two different knowledge. Your phone acting up. Yeah, I can't hear you. It's pinging. It's like you're trying to. Yeah, it's still acting up. I guess it's telling because I've been on for like 2.5 hours. I'm about to end the show anyway. Appreciate you, Beast. Appreciate everybody that came through. Shout out to Blaster X1. Shout out to Leafy Be Fighting. Shout out to Lamont Davis. Who else came in? Let me give me a second. Who else came through? I had Tevi came in. It wasn't Tevi. Let's see, Wilms. Was it Tevi Wilms? Yeah, Tevi and Wilms. Don D. Shout out to Don D205. Shout out to Norm Block Solo. Shout out to Harvey Fofi. Shout out to all the developers that come and listen to the show. Shout out to Crooks, the Great. Shout out to Aaron. Appreciate you, Aaron, for coming through. I appreciate you. Shout out to Precisely. Shout out to Box Eye View. Let me see who came. No, shout out to everybody that come and watch the show and they give me support. Please hit the like button when you listen to this or hear the show. And I appreciate all you developers that come through, even though y'all don't say anything or let me know. But appreciate y'all. Peace. Peace to the beast.